I gave Smith an F rating. Jamie Smith's too extreme for South Dakota. Governor Kristi Noem believes in less government and more freedom. That's why Noem is fighting back against the extreme left by stopping Joe Biden's efforts to move illegal immigrants into South Dakota, standing with first responders, passing constitutional carry rights, and why, during the pandemic, Noem stopped the unconstitutional lockdowns, ensuring our state stayed open and people had control over their own health care decisions. Safeguarding South Dakota freedoms. Kristi Noem for governor.
Paid for by Kristi for governor.
Welcome back in here on YHS Nation. I am Braden Butler. Thank you again to Mr. Keith Gaden for sitting down and taking the time to talk to me over the phone about the upcoming fall play performances next weekend. Now let's get into your schedule for all the activities happening next week at Yankton High School, starting with Tuesday, October 18th, if there's nothing on the docket for Monday. Gazelle's soccer banquet in the evening on Tuesday the 18th, and Student Council has a regional meeting in Sioux Falls. Jumping ahead to Thursday, October 20th, it's the official end of the first quarter for the Yankton School District, as well as Yankton Bucks football with a special Thursday night edition under the lights at Crane Youngworth Field, this time against Huron. Moving ahead to Friday, October 21st, Oral Interpretation has a varsity event at Sioux Falls, Washington. The Gazelles volleyball team has their East-West dual tournament at Rapid City Central High School. Game 1 of that day will be against Spearfish, 4 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Central. Game 2 immediately following versus Rapid City Central. And of course, Friday night, October 21st, as well as the opening night of the high school fall play at 7 p.m. at the Summit Activities Center Main Theater. Thanks to everybody for tuning in to this week's episode of YHS Nation. Of course, coming up after ABC News, it is pregame for Yankton Bucks football against Aberdeen Central. So we'll send it to the voice of Yankton football, Bryce Ladwig, coming up in just a couple of minutes. You've been listening to YHS Nation on KYNT, FM 1021, AM 1450.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450, Yankton's home team.
From ABC News, I'm Chuck Severson. It was a 15-year-old boy who gunned down people yesterday in Raleigh, North Carolina, police say, and he's in the hospital still. 5 dead, 2 others hurt. ABC's Elwin Lopez in Raleigh.
Police are telling us that he is in critical condition with life-threatening injuries. It's unclear at this point whether those were self-inflicted injuries or whether he was shot by someone else. Police say they don't know why the shooting happened. Wall Street's major indexes closed broadly lower, leaving them in the red for the day and for the week over concerns about inflation and the Federal Reserve using more interest rate hikes to try to tamp it down. At the International Monetary Fund in Washington, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen.
It can take time to see the impact of these actions, but we know that they have and will continue to make a meaningful difference.
Inflation's a campaign issue. Senator Lindsey Graham, South Carolina Republican, in Scottsdale, Arizona, supporting Blake Masters, who's challenging Democratic Senator Mark Kelly in the midterms.
This state that I've known for a very long time, coming here with my friend Senator John McCain, cannot possibly be pleased with what's happening on our border and what's happening worldwide, and I know they're not pleased when they go fill up their car.
Despite prices, Americans are still spending. The pace of sales at U.S. retailers did not go down last month, unchanged, says a government report. The U.S. stands with Iranian protesters, says President Biden in Irvine, California, this past hour or so, condemning the deadly government crackdown. The protests many days after the death of a woman in police custody for wearing her headscarf improperly.
Women and men should have the right to freedom of expression and assembly. And women all over the world are being persecuted in various ways. But they should be able to wear in God's name what they want to wear.
Iran's president today accusing the U.S. of a failed policy of destabilization targeting his nation. You're listening to ABC News.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and
sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner?
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hungered in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungeredInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list.
We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Doing a 180, reversing her tax cuts that rattled markets this week and sparked new calls for her to resign, British Prime Minister Liz Truss.
We need to have a high growth economy, but we have to recognise that we are facing very difficult issues as a country. And it was right, in the national interest, that I made the decisions I've made today.
Truss also firing her Treasury chief. The Biden administration will send Ukraine a new $700 million package of weapons and other military assistance, says the White House, adding to a flurry of aid announcements from European allies this week. A humanitarian and security crisis in Haiti, with gangs in control of much of the island. The U.S. is sending a task force there to help figure out what can be done. State Department spokesperson Vendant Patel.
We are in receipt of the government of Haiti's appeal for security assistance to address the humanitarian crisis.
The UN considering sending an armed force to Haiti as well. A low-tech verdict in a high-tech case. ABC's Dave Packer.
The wealthy founder of a company producing zero-emission 18-wheel trucks fueled by electricity or hydrogen has been found guilty of deceiving investors. Trevor Milton of Nikola Corporation was convicted Friday of exaggerating claims about the company's manufacturing progress. Milton says he will appeal.
This is ABC News.
Is there a calculator that can't compute in your kitchen drawer? Recycle it at Staples. A shredder that won't shred under your bed? Or a collection of cables cluttering up your closet? Recycle them now at Staples. With Staples Free Tech Take Back, we'll recycle your old tech free. Plus, rewards members get $5 back in rewards. So if you have modems, mice, and mobile phones making a mess of your home, recycle them now at Staples. Limit 1 reward per month. Redeemable in store only. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/recycling for details.
Chuck Severson, ABC News.
One just forward for the pylon. Yankton touchdown. Put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Gets the handoff and is brought down behind the line by Yankton.
Yankton touchdown.
Brought down right at the 20.
The bowling ball gets into the end zone. The touchdown, Yankton.
You are listening to Bucks Football on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Mason Schramm and the Move Group, Hedro, Avera, Truxedo, Culligan Water, USD Athletics, 1919 Root Beer, Rhonda Westland State Farm, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, Buell's Cleaners, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Triple Time Rudy's, H&R Block, Top Notch Cleaners, the UPS Store, Yankton Medical Clinic, Hy-Vee, Olson's Pest Technicians, Gerstner Oil, Vision Care Associates, MT and RC Smith Insurance, First Dakota National Bank, First Chiropractic Centers, First National Bank of Omaha, Sherco.
Now, let's go to the field with KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Bucks football, Bryce Ladwig.
And welcome to Crane Youngworth Field. This is Bryce Ladwig, Yankton Bucks football, taking on the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles here. A beautiful fall night, and man, this is an important game. We'll talk all about it as far as playoff positioning is concerned, and just getting another victory overall in the season. That is always nice for the Yankton Bucks. This is the Hy-Vee pregame show with a helpful smile in every aisle. As I said, I'm Bryce Ladwig, and about 65% of my voice, so I want to say thanks again to Josh Bolter and Braden Butler on Saturday covering for me in Sioux Falls, Roosevelt for that game. Last second voice went out, Braden, and you guys stepped up, so I appreciate it.
I tried my best, and unfortunately, that was my best. So if there's any complaints, I'm sorry, it's not going to get better.
Thank you.
That's a joke. That is a joke.
Also bringing in a very special guest to be an analyst tonight on our broadcast. Jason Nelson, you may know him from Mount Marty or being a former Yankton Buck. He obviously is the assistant AD at Mount Marty University. And as I said, a former Yankton Buck and just really well known in the community. Jason Nelson, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks. I'm excited to be here today.
Yeah, so Josh Bolter had some family events he had to attend to. And we've been just kind of running some different crews. It's always interesting to have that happen throughout the season and can experience Yankton Bucks from all different perspectives.
Like you think about it, a few weeks ago, the Yankton Bucks defense started throwing out a couple different formations, and I guess we had to follow suit and come up with new formations of our own.
Yeah, they had the Rhino 6-2 and the Elephant 7-1.
What would you call it? What's your favorite zoo animal? We'll name it for this formation.
All right, big matchup. Aberdeen Central 4-3 on the season, and Yankton 4-3 as well. The only difference is that the trends are going the opposite way as of late. Aberdeen Central on a 4-game win streak. Yankton has dropped 3 of their last 4. Their last victory coming at Brookings. That was on September 30th, a 38-27 victory. And then just a heartbreaking loss at Sioux Falls Roosevelt at Howard Wood Field up in Sioux Falls, 34-29. That game was in hand multiple times. Jason, you were at that game. Obviously, Braden, you were in the booth. The Bucks had that game multiple occasions. Just one of those things we're not going to be able to get them all, and just they needed the cards to fall their way, and they just really didn't.
Yeah, I thought we had some turnovers that really hurt us, but I thought we just didn't get any points out of it. I thought a couple things on there were just unfortunate turnovers, slip out of a hand or pop up, and then we just didn't get any points, and they turned around. I thought that was kind of the key for us not getting that victory. So.
And one of the biggest things about this matchup, particularly today, is the playoff positioning. So let's just assume, guys, that Pierre and T area kind of win out on the rest of their season. The way they're playing this year, that's very possible. Actually, they won't. One of them will lose. They're actually playing each other tonight. But let's just say that they're the 1-2 with the way that they're playing. Well, that third spot is up for grabs. Right now, Yankton is tied with Aberdeen in seed points for that third spot. So in a way, if both of these teams take care of business next week, Thursday, this is for the third spot in that playoff positioning, which means if you take care of business in round number 1 in the semifinals, it's avoiding going to Pierre, somewhere where the Bucks, nor myself, nor you guys, anyone really wants to go.
All right, correct.
And even if you're Aberdeen, if you are in Class 11 AA, the last place you want to play in the semifinals is Pierre, South Dakota.
So, love you, Pierre.
It's nothing against the town. It's everything going with the home field advantage that the Governors have. They have enough advantages already on the field. They don't need the field itself to be one.
We'll talk to Coach Brady Muth in our pregame show. We'll talk about the health of the team. Gavin Swanson returning, as well as Cody Oswald. I am very excited for the return of Oswald, obviously, but Gavin Swanson, he started the season off so strong. He was that just working running back, right? He was the one, he was getting about 4.5 yards per carry, getting those tough yards. He had breakaway speed. We saw Shaler Platt last week really finally coming to his own as a ball carrier for the Yankton Bucks, but it's nice to know that it's still an option. But I like the idea of him still being able to focus now more on that kind of linebacking or, kind of a blocking back position.
Yeah, I think, not only in those positions, but I think as being a leader, a senior, giving him and Oswald back today, I think that will help a lot. But I do think, it'll be interesting to see if how much defense he plays. He might just, end up playing a little bit more on offensive scheme, and Shaler might into that defense, but or they'll just kind of switch back and forth. But it's definitely good to see him back, and I think it's going to be a big boost for us.
All eyes on Tyler Solar. Just needs 67 yards to pass Rex Reichen in the Yankton High School all-time receiving yards list. Jason Nelson, that is a list that you're on.
I am, yes.
Yeah, yes, you are. We'll talk about that. We'll talk all about Jason Nelson's Yankton Bucks career as the broadcast goes on, because I told you, man, you told me all about the 94 championship game and stuff, and I told you I was 4.
That's right. So I have to make sure that you understand the importance of all that stuff.
Sounds good. But, yeah, Tyler Solar needs just 67 yards to become the number 1 in Yankton High School all-time receiving yards. Again, 67. So we'll keep track throughout the night on that. We'll take our first break here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Come back, we will have our standings review and out-of-town scoreboard all here on KYNT, KYNTV, also simulcasting today on KNBZ Aberdeen.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, talking about sweepstakes scams. We all want to receive that call that says we've won a sweepstakes, and scammers know this. If you receive a call or an email saying you've won, but you need to pay taxes by placing money on a gift card or by mailing cash, it's a scam. It is illegal to ask for funds up front for taxes, tariffs, or customs. If you've been victimized by this scam, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Vote by absentee now or on November 8th for Gene Hunoff, State Senate, District 18.
When the game is on the line, you want your most experienced players on the field, right? I'm Gene Hunoff. Like football, experience is very important in the South Dakota Senate. We have a lot of issues to work on next January, like the impact of inflation on local economic development, Second Amendment rights, Medicaid, and value-added agriculture. Keep me in the game. Vote Gene Hunoff.
Paid for by Gene Hunoff for Senate.
It's the season of getting cozy, the season of warm apple ciders and sweet pumpkin pies. Before it's gone, be sure to get in the car, rev up that engine, put your pedal to the metal, and burn rubber before heading straight to the games. Fall sports are back, and First Dakota is sitting right up front with you on this adrenaline roller coaster. Raise your hands with every game-saving point, shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime, and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
Hey, and welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. This is Bryce Ladwig alongside Braden Butler and Jason Nelson. We got a full crew in the booth here for this one. Thank you for joining us. Aberdeen Central in town take on the Yankton Bucks. Both teams 4-3, battling for that third position in the standings. Speaking of the standings, let's jump into our standings review. Brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. And in 11 AA as it stands, the three teams on the outside looking in if the playoffs were to start today would be at Douglas, Mitchell, and Watertown. The A seed would be Huron, 38.28 seed points. They would travel to Pierre, 45.85 seed points. Sturgis Brown in 7th, 38.5 seed points, would travel to T area. And then it would be Spearfish with 39 seed points traveling to Aberdeen Central, 41 even, or Yankton, depending on the winner of this game. As I said, both Yankton and Aberdeen tied at 41 seed points. But the 5th seed is Brookings, 40.57 seed points. That is your 11AA standings review, brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let's check our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized dealer. And we go ahead and check on some other matchups. I know one big one we'll talk about here shortly for 11AA. Brookings is at Harrisburg. That's a big matchup. And Pierre is hosting T. So Battle of the Titans, no pun intended, happening at Hollister Field in Pierre, South Dakota. And at Watertown is Spearfish. And Huron is traveling to Mitchell. And then Douglas is at Sturgis. And that is your 11AA matchups throughout the state. In 9AA, Bonham, obviously you can catch Bonham on the Riverfront Sports Network with Rich Wright. They are in Gregory tonight, the number 2 seed Gregory. Gregory 6-1 on the year, and Bonham 5-2. Make sure to keep an eye on that matchup. We'll go ahead and take another break here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Come back, and we will go over some more things about this game, colors of the game, fans of the game, and how you can watch and listen throughout the rest of the season. This is Yankton Bucks football, KYNTV, simulcasting on Sunny 97.7 Aberdeen.
You may not think of the flu as a serious disease, but complications can lead to severe illness, hospitalization, even death. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends everyone over the age of 6 months get a flu vaccine every year. Yankton Medical Clinic is offering flu shots by appointment only. Call today to schedule your flu shot or visit yanktonmedicalclinic.com/flu to learn more. Protect yourself and your loved ones this flu season. Get your flu shot today. So much care, so close to home.
What does your phone and an auto show have in common? When you go to BillionAuto.com, everything. Start searching over 7,000 vehicles instantly. Chevys, Kias, GMCs, Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Rams, and much more. Plus, negotiate your best deal on all pre-owned vehicles and apply for credit pre-approval all within a matter of minutes. 17 new car brands and thousands of used cars all in the palm of your hand. It's like an auto show every day at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted. Not all will be approved.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Football is back. So do you know what that means? It means Checkers is open every day of the week. That's right, you can get Checkers delicious wings daily and catch all the football action. Every Monday night, enjoy $5 cheeseburgers and fries. Grab your friends, bring your family, and head on down to Checkers. Open 11 to 11 daily. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill on Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
Cold weather means you need to warm up your fan gear.
And if you're a fan of the Bucks and Gazelles,
or Mount Marty Lancers,
JJ Benji's has a storeroom full of Bucks, Gazelles, and Lancers apparel ready to wear.
long sleeve t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, quarter zip pullovers, jackets, and hats.
You'll stay warm on those cold nights traveling to games and sitting in the stands.
With Bucks, Gazelles, and Lancers gear at JJ Benji's.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street in the Meridian District, Yankton.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. This is Bryce Ladwig, joined by Jason Nelson and Braden Butler. And go into our colors of the game. Braden, why don't you go ahead and take that?
Yeah, our colors of the game here today are brought to you by Buell's Cleaners, offering dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaners, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. For the visiting Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles, looks like they're wearing white jerseys with blue and gold trim and gold numbers and blue helmets. Of course, the hometown Yankton Bucks in their vintage reds with white numbers, white pants with a red stripe, and that iconic red helmet. Now into your fans of the game, brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. No matter what you drive, make sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's. 5 cents off each gallon of fuel on Saturdays. Just say you are a fan of KYNT or KYNTV. Looks like the Yankton faithful are filing in here as we speak. I see a large contingent of the student section starting to move in. Looks like the band as well. Of course, even though it might get a little cooler tonight, always a massive crowd on hand at Crane Youngworth Field supporting the Bucks. Of course, thank you for watching on KYNTV. With KYNTV, you never have to miss the Yankton action again, as they are on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, online at KYNT1450.com. They even have their very own smart TV app on Roku and Apple TV devices. Download or subscribe today to ensure you are always watching Yankton's home stream. And also a special shout out to the KYNTV Watch Party, where you can catch all the YHS sports action at the official KYNT Watch Party location, Finney's Sports Bar and Casino. With more TVs and a new improved menu, bring your friends and family to Finney's for every game. That's going to do it for this portion of the Hy-Vee pregame show here on KYNT and KYNTV. We're going to be back in a couple of minutes.
I'm Dave Holland, physical therapist at Overland Rehab. Whether you've sustained a new injury, had a recent surgery, or tired of lingering pain you experience from simple, everyday tasks, physical therapy could be the solution. At Overland Rehab, we'll create a physical therapy plan for your health needs and goals. Contact us today for convenient appointments in 8 locations in Northeast Nebraska and 1 right here in Yankton, located on West 8th Street, otherwise known as the Lake Road.
When it's time for school, it's time to stop at Cenex. You can fill up your car with high-quality gas and fill up your stomach with a quick breakfast. Maybe most important of all, you can fill up your mug with hot coffee. So all you students and teachers, skip the snooze button and head into Cenex on your way to school. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience and wishes all area students and faculty a thriving, successful school year.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sherco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Elwood Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. I'm Bryce Ladwig. It's time for our pregame coach interview brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. You can find it on tap at Charlie's Pizza or in cans at Yankton Hy-Vee. Being joined by Coach Brady Muth. Coach, we'll save this interview to be a little shorter, save my voice for the broadcast tonight, which I'm hoping is going to be a very exciting game. Aberdeen Central coming to Crane. Obviously, as the season unfolds, every game becomes the most important game, but this one really is a very important game for a matter of reasons, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we preach every week that every game is must-win, but, obviously this game has a lot of playoff implications, and so for that, it's a big game. We just had kind of a gut-wrenching loss up in Sioux Falls. We need to get back on the right track, so that's the reason it's a big game. We've been averaging not real great numbers in our run defense. Aberdeen's runs the football real well. So for that reasons, it's a big game. There's a lot of reasons it's a big game. We tell our guys all the time it's a big game because it's the next one. But, obviously this has got a little bit more gravity to it.
Schematically, how does Yankton's defense come up against Aberdeen's offense?
Yeah, so they're going to stay in a lot of 11 personnel with a tight end and a fullback. They'll run an actual fullback, which you don't see very often anymore. And they'll be in wing sets and things like that with some misdirection to try to get their different ball carriers the ball. But everything on the offense is paced by number 4, Sarda. He's a really good back. He's a big bruiser. And we haven't done a real great job of stopping the run for the last 3-4 weeks. And so it's a test for our defense for sure. We'll make sure we contribute enough guys in the box to make sure that we're getting hats on the ball. But, it's a challenge for us because they do run the ball so effectively.
And then let's flip the field, Coach. What does Yankton's offense have to do to be effective against this Aberdeen defense?
Yeah, offensively they do such a good job with their defensive line controlling the front, and that allows their linebackers to get in space and play and not have to worry about getting in a run fit all the time. So coverage-wise, their coverage is a little bit thicker than what we're used to as far as, sometimes you can catch a backer trying to get up and stop the run. And so, again, it's kind of the same, mentality we go into every game. We got to be in the right play every play, and we have to play fast, and we have to play fearless. We got to get after it tonight offensively. We left some open possessions in that last game, and we can't afford to do that this week. We've got to score every possession.
All right, do you have a health update for us?
Yeah, everybody outside of Carson Ness, who unfortunately had a season-ending surgery, earlier this season. He's on his road to recovery, though, and we're excited about the gains he's making. But everybody else is healthy and on the roster and available. And so Gavin Swanson will be back available. Keegan Holmstrom is coming back from a collarbone, and Cody Oswald will be back. Those guys will obviously make the biggest impact as they're seniors, and you kind of know how that goes with seniors on the football field. And so happy to have a healthy roster. Seems like it's been a while since we've had to look at a depth chart and kind of scratch our head and try to find an answer for those things. And so having those guys back, and especially games at home for seniors are really important. And so excited for the opportunity for those guys tonight.
All right, Coach, best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning in the Coach's Corner.
Sounds great. Thanks, Bryce.
Let's Coach Brady Muth, Yankton Bucks football. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Hy-Vee pregame show.
It's the most wonderful time of the year as Dakota Days is just around the corner. Presented by Core Trust Bank and South Dakota Beef Industry Council, the KO football team will take on Southern Illinois Saturday, October 22nd of Dakota Days weekend, and tickets are available now. Kickoff is set for 2 p.m. Join the party and secure your seat to the Dakota Days football game at GoYotes.com. We are South Dakota.
Hey Yankton, Hedro is excited to announce we have new wages. General production, entry level, now starting at $17 an hour, and entry level cast house starting at $18.75, with skilled positions even higher. Dollar shift differential as well. We offer day one benefits and monthly profit sharing with a variety of shifts available. Go to jobs.hedro.com, search Yankton. That's jobs.hedro.com, search Yankton, or call Evie 605-668-2344.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
Exciting news, Yankton area. Amazon Delivery is hiring. Amazon Delivery is searching for drivers to deliver packages in the Yankton area. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and pass an Amazon background check. Work for a company with competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and job security. If you are interested in becoming an Amazon Delivery driver, please contact Yankton Computer at 605-664-2222 to find out more and to fill out an application today.
SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab in Yankton has a newer, research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. We take the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educate our patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. We administer a range of treatments and preventative approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. Visit us on our website at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
Yankton is thriving. This is Nancy Winandy of Yankton Thrive. We've improved our quality of life in Yankton with projects like the Aquatic Center and Mount Marty Fieldhouse. We've addressed housing issues with the Westbrook Estates development. And to grow our workforce, we've conducted virtual job fairs, recruitment marketing, and offered scholarship opportunities for careers in our high-need areas. Yes, Yankton is thriving thanks to all the great people and companies that make Yankton their home. For more on Yankton Thrive, go to yanktonsd.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. This is Bryce Ladwig alongside Jason Nelson and Braden Butler. The Hy-Vee pregame show is a helpful smile in every aisle. Aberdeen Central in town today, taking on the Yankton Bucks, second to last week of the regular season. The last Friday night Lights regular season game. Obviously, next week's game played on a Thursday night. As I said, Aberdeen Central 4-3, Yankton 4-3, and I just realized when I went over the standings review, I didn't go over the ESD standings. As of a week already, Pierre has taken the ESD conference title, to no surprise. They're 6-0 in conference play. Aberdeen is trying to work on coming up in second with the 4-1 conference play record. Aberdeen 3-1, Brookings 2-3, Watertown 2 wins as well. And so that's just kind of how that played out. I always like to keep an eye on the ESD standings. And Jason, obviously throughout your entire life, not only playing in Yankton, but just being in the community and having a son in the program and stuff, ESD is still a big deal.
Yeah, I think it is. I think especially us old guys, but yeah, I think even the coaches will tell you that still means something. So.
Yeah, and I think it's just a matter of we kind of like to put Sioux Falls in their own bubble. I do, at least. Yeah. They're doing their own thing. They have their Metro Conference.
Right.
I look at them as like the city conference, and then I look at us being a part of the big town conference.
Right.
That's what the ESD is to me. So.
Yeah.
And it's time for our key player of the game, brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. Braden?
I think it's going to be Gavin Swanson this week, stepping in back for the first time since picking up that injury against Pierre earlier in the year. It's going to allow for maybe a little more what we saw early in the season from this Yankton Bucks offense, being able to lean on Swanson, get those 4 or 5 yards, those tough yards per carry. But it also allows Shaler Platt to maybe focus more of his efforts on the defensive end. And now you have 3 very good linebackers with Platt, Sheldon, and Charlie Foote that are able just to pin their ears back and go out and give a maximum effort on defense, because there's not much playing both ways. I know Sheldon plays a little bit of both ways, but you're not playing linebacker and running back, 2 of the hardest hitting positions on the field.
This broadcast could not be made possible without our sportscaster partners.
Yeah, America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. Also brought to you by Boston Shoes to Boots, footwear experts since 1915. Boston Shoes to Boots carries high-quality work boots, casual, athletic, and dress shoes for men and women. Located at 3rd and Broadway or bostonshoestoboots.com. As well as Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients.
And let's get into our vision of the game, and I'll have you and Jason Nelson talk about this, Braden. Brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. What does Yankton need to do for a Bucks victory?
I think they really need to stop the run today. We've seen earlier in the season against T was able to run the ball very well against this Yankton Bucks defense, to the point where the coaching staff introduced some new schemes on the defensive end. So I think that's going to be the big key today, is stopping that run.
Yeah, I agree. I think even at listen to Brady at Quarterback Club this week, he talked about trying to read the guards and not watching the ball. And if they can do that, they felt that that would be a recipe for success.
Does this game not have a big game feel to it, guys? Like, it really does to me. I just feel like it's almost playoff time already. I guess the reason for it probably being what this could mean for the playoffs.
This is big, massive playoff implications. This is a chance to be that 3rd seed for both of these teams, and depending on the outcome of the Pierre T contest that's happening tonight as well, it could be the difference between potentially going to Pierre or T in the 2nd round, and that's big. Obviously, you got to get through the 1st round first, but that's big, not having to make that trip.
All right, we'll take another break here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Come back, and let's talk a little bit more about Tyler Solar and his accomplishments so far this season, and what record very well may fall here tonight. We're simulcasting on KNBZ Aberdeen, and I want to welcome in those Aberdeen listeners and or viewers from Aberdeen. Always appreciate them stopping by. This is your home of Yankton Bucks football, KYNTV.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things: socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, talking about sweepstakes scams. We all want to receive that call that says we've won a sweepstakes, and scammers know this. If you receive a call or an email saying you've won, but you need to pay taxes by placing money on a gift card or by mailing cash, it's a scam. It is illegal to ask for funds up front for taxes, tariffs, or customs. If you've been victimized by this scam, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing: printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
It's the season of getting cozy, the season of warm apple ciders and sweet pumpkin pies. Before it's gone, be sure to get in the car, rev up that engine, put your pedal to the metal, and burn rubber before heading straight to the games. Fall sports are back, and First Dakota is sitting right up front with you on this adrenaline roller coaster. Raise your hands with every game-saving point, shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime, and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
You may not think of the flu as a serious disease, but complications can lead to severe illness, hospitalization, even death. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends everyone over the age of 6 months get a flu vaccine every year. Yankton Medical Clinic is offering flu shots by appointment only. Call today to schedule your flu shot or visit yanktonmedicalclinic.com/flu to learn more. Protect yourself and your loved ones this flu season. Get your flu shot today. So much care, so close to home.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Welcome back in here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Bryce had to step away for a moment for some tech issues, not health issues this time at least. I am Braden Butler, and we're going to talk about Tyler Solar closing in on the all-time receiving record here at Yankton High School. It's currently held by Rex Reichen, who has 1,832 yards in a career. But Tyler Solar only 66 behind, 67 to pass at 1,766.
Yeah, Tyler's, is a good athlete out there. I think last game he ended up having 7 catches and probably close to 100 yards or a little bit more than that. But yeah, he's versatile. He comes out of the slot. He can get down the field on you. But I feel like lately in the season he's starting to become one of rugby's favorite targets to get to.
I think having the ability to trust your receivers, and I think Tyler Solar is a guy that every time down on the field, Rugby Reichen knows he can trust him.
Yeah, I think, very, very much so. Even especially last year with Oswald being out, I thought, he looked at him quite a bit, but he made some tough catches. And even in the Brookings game, I felt like there was a couple times where he came back and helped Rugby as he was scrambling and ended up having some good plays and good gains off of that. So.
A little peek inside the office at Riverfront Broadcasting. Myself, Bryce Ladwig, and Josh Bolter, we'd kind of sit down after every week and we'd look at Solar stats and we go, he could do it. He might. He's getting there. He's on pace, on average. And then now we're here 67 yards away, 2 games still to go in the regular season. And he's got a very good shot of doing it, maybe even tonight.
Yeah, and I think, the nice thing, too, is I think we've been running the ball a little bit more. And I think that opens up the pass for him, especially coming across the middle on a few things. And, I would suspect that he's got a very good shot to do it tonight.
It'll be interesting to see, and I hope we get to see it here, and I hope you all get to enjoy it with us on KYNT and KYNTV. We're going to go to break once again, come back in a couple more minutes. You're listening to Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNTV, and simulcasting on KNBZ in Aberdeen.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by F&BO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by F&BO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Vote by absentee now or on November 8th for Gene Hunoff, State Senate, District 18.
When the game is on the line, you want your most experienced players on the field, right? I'm Gene Hunoff. Like football, experience is very important in the South Dakota Senate. We have a lot of issues to work on next January, like the impact of inflation on local economic development, Second Amendment rights, Medicaid, and value-added agriculture. Keep me in the game. Vote Gene Hunoff.
Paid for by Gene Hunoff for Senate.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV, as well as simulcasting on KNBZ out of Aberdeen. I am Braden Butler. Bryce Ladwig still working on some tech issues, but hopefully we can get those wrapped up for game time, as I know he's been itching to get back in the play-by-play chair after missing last week with some health concerns. We're going to get into your starting lineups in just a moment, but first I'd like to thank a couple of Sportscaster Club members: J&H Cleaning, Carpet Upholstery, Area Rugs, Air Ducts, Dryer Vents, Power Washing, and Janitorial Service for Businesses. Dirty doesn't stand a chance. As they're actually moving to the national anthem here on KYNT and KYNTV, so we're going to be back after that.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things: socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Tuxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Tuxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV once again. Get back to our Sportscaster Club members here. We're going to restart with J&H Cleaning. There is the national anthem kind of snuck up on me. I'm not going to lie there and to get off for that. So J&H Cleaning, Carpet Upholstery, Area Rugs, Air Ducts, Dryer Vents, Power Washing, and Janitorial Services for Businesses. Dirty doesn't stand a chance. If it's dirty, J&H can clean it. Check out jnhcleaningsd.com. As well as Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. It's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Now we're going to get right in here to your starting lineups, brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, Whole Health with Hands-On Healing. We're going to start with the offense here for the visiting Aberdeen Golden Eagles, and then we'll go back and forth, Bucks offense, Aberdeen defense, Bucks defense. But starting at left tackle for the Eagles is Jacob Krenz, wearing the number 57. Left guard, number 66, Andrew Jorgensen. Center, number 73, Samson Flaccus. Right guard, number 59, A.J. Pren. Right tackle, number 70, Bryce Beetlespacher. Tight end, number 14, Brady Nays. Running back for the Golden Eagles, number 4, Carson Carta. Wide receiver, number 6, Drew Sulfrink. Also at wide receiver, number 12, Spencer Barr. Fullback for Aberdeen, number 45, Austin Erickson. And the quarterback for this Aberdeen offense is a senior, number 13, Dustin Hermanson. Now we'll kick it for the starting lineups for the Yankton Bucks on the offensive side.
Yep, to start at left tackle for the Yankton Bucks was number 72, Kason Storr. At left guard is number 63, Bryce McCorney. At center is going to be number 60, Caden Waverneck. At right guard is number 75, Daley LaPointe. Out at right tackle is going to be number 71, Luke Bernardo. At tight end is number 4, Tucker Gilmore. Running back, number 30, Gavin Swanson. Halfback or H-back for number 45 is Matthew Sheldon. The wide receiver, number 3, Cody Oswald. And the slot receiver, number 10, Tyler Solar. And finally, the quarterback will be number 14, Rugby Riken.
Now on to the defense for Aberdeen Central. Defensive end for Aberdeen Central, number 89, Brian Johnson. Defensive tackle for Aberdeen Central, Casey Vinning. Other defensive tackle, number 58, Jalen Holt. Other defensive end, number 53, Chandler Gardner. Most of this defense is seniors, including the entire defensive line. 3 linebackers for Aberdeen Central. The first one, number 3, Tayton Brownson. Number 2, Will Heinert. And number 20, Max Lieberman. Your defensive backs for the Golden Eagles, starting at corner, number 10, Cole Arts. Also at corner, number 25, Aiden Hyman. At free safety, number 5, Jet Carlson. And at strong safety, number 11, Parker Lamer.
And the defense for Yankton, we got D tackle number 55, Tyson Prouty. The nose tackle, number 72, Kason Storr. The other D tackle is number 77, Peyton Hustis. The three inside linebackers, we have number 45, Matthew Sheldon, 32, Shaler Platt, number 34, Charlie Foote. And the 2 hybrid safeties, we have number 11, Lucas Kampshoff, and number 3, Cody Oswald. The 2 outside guys corners, we have Mac Riken. Number 2 and 22 is Cooper Grotenhuis, and the free safety is number 26, Rainer Roig.
Of course, your officials of the game brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the field. Tonight's officials are John Garrow, Scott Jansen, Todd Landsman, James Ricketts Jr., and Ryan Sage. We're at the point in the Hy-Vee pregame show. I'm officially going to turn it back over to Bryce Ladwig. Everything's been worked out. Bryce, welcome back and have a great broadcast.
All right, thank you, Braden. And being coached today, the Yankton Bucks, coached by Brady Muth, Justin Olson, Terry Huber, Brandon Colpitz, Matt Decker, Dan Schwach, and Jason Savvy. The Golden Eagles, coached by Justin Breesy. And, Jason, here we go. We're just moments away from what, to this point, as the season unfolds, probably the most important game of the season for the Bucks.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is a must game for us. We've had a couple. I wouldn't say real sloppy games, but we've had some unfortunate things over the last couple games that I think if we play clean football today, I think we'll be able to take care of business.
Well, slowing down, we kind of talked a lot about Yankton, not so much about Aberdeen. But what we do know is that Carson Sarda, we heard Coach Muth talk about it, how important he will be to this Aberdeen offense. 101 rush yards per game, 5.5 per carry, 7 rushing touchdowns on the season. Kind of reminds me of Juven Hudson of Watertown, just about the numbers of how much they rely on him for their offense. Seems like their entire system's kind of built around getting him the ball.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's definitely a workhorse for them. And, I think, again, stopping the run is going to be a big point tonight and point of emphasis, and I think our guys are up to the task, and hopefully we can, this first looks like we get to come out on defense right away, I do believe, and so we'll go ahead and take care of that, see if we can get a 3-and-out quickly and get the ball into Rugby's hands. So.
And Coach Muth does prefer to defer, obviously, and get ball at half, and I love that too. I think it's just, obviously, if you can work it out, get the ball with maybe a minute or two left in the first half, it's kind of a 2-for-1 special if you're able to execute.
Yeah, and I think, in these high-power offenses, a lot of those guys don't like to high-tempo stuff. They like to take the ball first and score, so that is a little bit of a different strategy, but I prefer that strategy myself, so.
Yeah, he's always talking about that with me, and they've had that situation pop up a few times already this year, and if it can work out, it can really change the momentum of a game and just absolutely turn it in your favor. But we'll see. We still have a whole half to go before we start worrying about that here.
Right.
As Trevor Paulson puts the ball on the tee, Yankton will be moving right to left on your screen or listening device. Aberdeen, obviously, the opposite, left to right. Beautiful night here for football. Getting a little cold, but as long as you're bundled up, maybe with some hot chocolate. I don't know what people are drinking out there, but it's a beautiful night. This is fall football.
Yes, this is. It's great. It almost kind of feels like a November night, but like you said, you couldn't ask for a better football night.
All right, Yankton gets set. It's out in their formation. Week 8 of the Yankton Bucks football season is underway here from Crane Youngworth Field, as Aberdeen will return right about the 6-yard line, go to the left hash marks, try to bolt to the outside, and the return gets all the way to about the 29-yard line right off the bat. That's a nice, decent return to get things started.
Yeah, it was a short kick, and he was able to get some yardage there, but
I believe that's Drew Salfrank on the return for Aberdeen. As we come back out, it's going to be Dustin Hermanson, the quarterback, under center or in shotgun, I should say, for Aberdeen. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And there's a snap. Now a quick handoff to Sarda. Sarda tries to find a little bit of a pivot there right behind the line, but is brought down at the line, maybe even just behind it, Jason. That's a good start for Yankton.
Yeah, you had Hustis and Sheldon in there right away. It's a good start for the Yankton Bucks linebacking crew there.
So no gain, 2nd and 10. We're just 30 seconds into this contest. Aberdeen, another one of those teams that goes full huddle, and that's something Yankton I don't think has done in years now, is actually produce a huddle on the field. They like to up-tempo.
Yeah, they do. They do, definitely do. It's a lot of running guys in and out, but this might help us out a little bit. So
under center is Hermanson. He sends a man in motion into the left tight end position. Now quick handoff to Sarda. He is to the outside of left hash marks. Will grind forward, brought down by a couple Yankton defenders after a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards.
Yeah, Matthew Sheldon got in there initially, and then looks like Shaler Platt and Charlie Foote kind of finished it off, but decent game, but we're still 3rd and 6. It's a good position we want to be in defensively.
10:50 to go here in the first quarter. This first quarter brought to you by First Dakota National Bank as well as the UPS store. And Yankton, of course, running that 3-man down defense, 3 up front. Have a lot of athletic linebackers do a lot of the work behind him. Hermanson takes a snap in the shotgun. He's looking to pass to his left. All arms go up. Ball goes over the hands too tall of the intended target. That will bring up 4th and 6 for Aberdeen, and the punt crew comes out.
Yeah, that was good coverage by of Mac Reichen there. So ball was overthrown, but that's exactly what we wanted to start out with, 3 and out.
So very first, as you said or alluded to, that's what you want on your opening defensive stand, is get out there, 4 plays, get it done, and get Cody Oswald and the punt return crew back out onto the field. Nice to have Cody Oswald back on the field. Obviously missed the Sioux Falls Roosevelt game. He was there with the team, of course, but we heard Coach Muth talk about how healthy this Yankton Bucks team is, knock on wood, of course. So. And here is the snap, nice snap, and kind of a light punt. Just gets into Yankton territory. Will take an Aberdeen bounce all the way to the Yankton, let's say, 35-yard line. That is where Yankton's offense will set up shop. 10:17 to go here in the first. This is the first possession for your Yankton Bucks. Again, moving on your screen right to left. And how important is it, Jason, to get down there and just get points on the board right away?
Yeah, I think especially after that 3 and out, I think if we can really get moving the ball, try to get some points, I think that's going to set the tone for the rest of the game. So,
and Gavin Swanson in the back. It's a pitch option, and Rugby moves on and loses the ball, but able to return. What is sight for sore eyes? Gavin Swanson back on the field for the Yankton Bucks. There to recover it right at the, I think we're actually going to officially mark the 32-yard line. So lost about 3. Hopefully just get those jitters out of there. Maybe it's a little cold. First kind of cold game for the Bucks so far.
Rugby looked like he got his legs taken out. So
2nd and 13. Tyler Solar gets the ball in the left flat. He turns out to the outside of the hash marks, just shy of the 40. They're going to say the 39-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and a little bit more manageable, but Yankton is still on the wrong side of that 3rd down.
Yeah, nice catch by Solar there, to get us about 6 to 7 yards there.
Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Rugby in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to pass down to the right, and overshoots Tyler Solar. Reached out for it, but just led him a little too far toward the sideline. That will be a 4-and-out for the Yankton Bucks as the punt crew. That will come out for Yankton.
Yeah, that just sailed a little bit on Rugby. Tyler was open, but let's see if Tyler can pin him back here and let the defense work again. Field position might be a big thing for us tonight.
And now perhaps the best punter in the state just unleashes one downfield and will take a little bit of a Yankton bounce and will be picked up at the 11-yard line. Down to hustle and pick it up was
Charlie Foote, I think.
Charlie Foote, yep. Charlie Foote down there hustling. Leading the team in tackles this year is Charlie Foote.
Yeah.
And, it's been very impressive.
Yeah, he was kind of banged up the first half last week, so it's good to see him kind of bounce back. And he's another leader of that defense and that linebacking crew.
Ball on the 16-yard line for Aberdeen. 9:14 to go here in the first. This is the second possession for Aberdeen at Central. Hermanson under center. And Hermanson pitches out to Sarda. Sarda finds a blocker on the left tackle. Tries to grind forward. Will be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Yankton has done a nice job, Jason, of shutting down those corners. Limited sample size, sure. Right. But so far, Sarda has had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Oswald did a good job of making that guy go inside, and Peyton Houston kind of came and cleaned it up. So that was good job defensively to limit the gain there.
And 2nd and 9 now for the Eagles. So they did give him a yard. We'll call it a short yard, Jason.
Yeah, very short yard.
And 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hermanson now in the shotgun, has a running back right to his left, and a quick pass out to the flat. And I believe that's Salfrank on the reception. He is brought down right at the line again. Yankton really not letting Aberdeen develop anything downfield or anything even at the line of scrimmage. They're really just getting into all the lanes fast and seemingly easily.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of everyone's pursuit to the ball, which is really what defensive coordinator wants you to do. So, they're doing a good job of staying in their lanes and doing and basically all doing their own job. So.
Hey, everything will work if you do your own job, right?
Yep.
That's Coach Bill Belichick would like to say.
That's right.
3rd and 9 for Aberdeen. 7:55 to go in the first. And 2 backs set with Hermanson, 1 to each side. 2 receivers to the left. Takes the snap and has to scramble out of the way and is brought down in the backfield. It's a big sack from Shaler Platt. Platt lays him flat, and that's a big sack for Yankton. And that will bring up 4th down for the Eagles. And it's going to be a quick punt, trying to get it while Yankton Bucks are still on the field. I didn't see a flag.
I didn't see one either, but we had guys on the
Yeah,
field.
but the punt does go into Yankton territory and slows up at the 39-yard line. And Jason, I'm genuinely curious if they just gave Yankton kind of a freebie or not.
I don't quite understand that.
At one point, Yankton had 15 guys on the field.
Right.
But hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
So Yankton will take over on their own 39-yard line. And I'm pretty sure that Coach Bryce for Aberdeen is having some words with the officials on the far side. But Yankton just focus on the offense. Now we have 1 receiver in each side. We have an up back, and Gavin Swanson as the running back. Swanson gets the carry, goes right up the middle, and keeps grinding, and this is what we have missed. He takes 4 Golden Eagles with him, close to the first down marker. Let's say a gain of 8.
Yeah, that was a nice run right off tackle there for Gavin. Running his legs. He looks good right now.
So 7 minutes even to go here in the first. 2nd and 1. Swanson gets the handoff again. Goes right to the middle. Bounces to the outside now. Nothing was there, and then is brought down to the turf. Brought down by Will Heiner to the 5'11 senior. No gain on the play. That will bring up 3rd and 2 for Yankton. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gavin Swanson, the lone back in the backfield for the Bucks. Roby takes a snap, hands off to Swanson. Swanson dives forward in the bowling ball, gets the first down for the Bucks. Move those chains. It's enough for Yankton Bucks. First down.
That was good run right up the middle. I think that's obviously Gavin's strength is running up the middle here. So just off the center.
Tyler Solar set in motion now with the new set of downs. Swanson gets the run up the middle again, bounces to the outside. He's to the Aberdeen 40. Now will be brought. No, they're going to try to bring him down. He keeps going forward, and it's finally brought down at the Aberdeen, let's say the 33-yard line. What a run and what a first quarter so far, Jason, for Gavin Swanson.
Yeah, he's running well. He gets through the first line of attack, and then he's able to bounce it outside.
Shaler Platt in now for him. Gavin Swanson needs a breather. 2 receivers on each side. Rugby takes a snap in the shotgun, has to scramble out of some danger, some genuine danger here, and he has to toss it aside out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Rugby there. I think the D tackle got through there and just lived to play another day.
Yeah, there's some big boys chasing Rugby there, so sometimes Jason has one to yell, run, Rugby, run. But
I think you get a lot of fans that say that.
Exactly. And 2nd and 10 now for Yankton. Ball in the Aberdeen 33, 5:52 to go in the first quarter. Tyler Solar set in motion on the far side into the slot. Rugby now looking to pass on the left to Cody Oswald, just off the fingertips of Cody Oswald, maybe a little too tall. And that's just kind of one of those passes you have to have safely. I'd rather have that kind of pass than anything lower.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a little out pattern there, and just kind of getting sailed on him just a little bit, but.
3rd and 10 now for the Bucks. Rugby has trips receivers to the left. He has Swanson in the backfield. Rugby not looking to pass. Has roll to his right, trying to find a gap. Runs into his own lineman, but has some room. He's the Aberdeen 30. Cuts up to the field and just runs over an Eagle at the Aberdeen 25-yard line. But that will be a yard short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 1. And I think they're going to keep the Yankton offense out here.
Yeah, it would have been interesting even if they would have just gained like 5 yards, if they would have stayed out there, which I'm assuming they would have. But hopefully we run it right up the gut here and get the first down here.
4th and short. Now it is Gavin Swanson up the middle, and he is stopped short, I believe, of the chain. So Yankton is stopped, and I still think, even hindsight 2020, go for it in that situation.
Right, yeah, and Aberdeen had a good, their interior lineman kind of got good penetration there that just didn't allow Gavin to get that couple yards, but you never know. It's a cold day. You don't know how the ball is going to fly on a kick, so.
Yep. Well, Trevor Paulson, far. Always far.
That's right.
5:18 to go here in the first. Still no score. Aberdeen with their 3rd possession of the game. And it's a quick handoff out to the left hash marks. Leaves Sarda with the carry. And he will gain about 6 or maybe 7 yards. We talked about Sarda really quickly right before kickoff and how important he will be to this Aberdeen offense. And so far, he is showing it.
Yeah, and he's going to, he might be able to bottle him off for a while, but he's going to get an opportunity to break one here. So they'll keep running him, and we just have to kind of stay in our lanes and make sure we're tackling.
And now 2 running backs, 1 to each side of Hermanson. He sends a man in motion. Handoff to Sarda. Sarda bounces out to the outside, and he has some room. He's to the 50, and out to the Yankton 40, to the Yankton 35, to the 30, and a stiff arm, and is brought down at the Yankton 15. And that is actually, you see who that was by chance?
Mac Reichen did it, and but we have a flag on the play, so I think it's going to be coming back. So
it was Saul Frank. I was trying to find the runner.
Oh, sorry.
I will let you know the rest of this night. When you see me just squint in anger, Jason, is because these numbers on Aberdeen's.
Yeah, you can't really see their numbers at all on their uniforms. So,
so thank you, Aberdeen. No. But, yeah, as you said, a flag in the backfield, so this one probably coming back.
Yep.
And it is holding on Aberdeen. And it will be a repeat of 2nd down, so Yankton catches a little bit of a break there. But the way the hole opened up, I think maybe that was the reason there was a big gain anyway.
Right, yeah. We had him right. We had a chance at him right away, but he's a strong runner, so he broke right through that tackle. Hopefully a little lesson learned there.
Yeah. So Aberdeen now comes back out. It'll be 2nd and 6, 4:30 to go in the first. And Hermanson sends a man in motion, 2 men in motion now. Both set up on the left side, strong side left now. He has a toss out to Sarda. He bounces inside the left hash marks, tries to get to the outside. Rainer Roig and Charlie Foote are there to stop him after a pretty decent gain, gaining some Yankton Bucks with him.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Some holes are starting to open up for him a little bit. We'll have to kind of sure those linebackers up a little bit.
Well, so far it's looking like Aberdeen's just running strong side. They're really not hiding what they're doing. They're just running strong side. It's working for them so far on this drive.
Yeah.
Hermanson directing his huddle. Now we have a 2-back set behind Hermanson, who is under center, sends his end in motion from near to far side. Hand off to his fullback. Don't see that a lot anymore. Nope. And it's slowed down right at the 40. And Erickson on the carry after a gain of a yard or two.
Yep, that was a good stop. They tried a little quick hitter on us, but our defensive line, Shaler in there and Wabernack, got a good read the play correctly and stopped them for a short game.
2nd and 8 now for Aberdeen. 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. Aberdeen on their own 40-yard line. And shotgun set and a hand out to Sarda. Sarda moves out to the left and lowers a shoulder pad and is slowed down by Yankton, but he is still grinding forward. And I'm going to say just short, Jason, of that first down marker, but it is awfully close.
Yeah, I think we initially tackled him for about a 2-yard gain, but he ended up, the pile kept pushing for about another 3 yards. So.
Strong legs.
Yes.
And so far, this has reminded me, I already mentioned it once, I believe, maybe it was on mic or off mic, but kind of Juven Hudson, completely different kinds of running backs, but just the way that they're using him. I remember Juven Hudson went off for like an 85-yard touchdown run eventually.
Right, yeah.
So keep feeding him the ball, and eventually he'll wear down Yankton. So
oh, yeah.
We'll see how this all turns out. Man in motion out for Hermanson. Hermanson hand up to Sarda. Sarda goes right up the middle. Excuse me, that was Salfrank with the carry. And Salfrank is slowed up by the Yankton linebacking core, but enough for an Aberdeen first down.
Yeah, they're just kind of keep going right at us, kind of attacking downhill. So we got to make sure that, really we come down first down would be a nice, if we get them to stop short with a short gain here, that can hopefully put us in a position where we can get 3 and out here. So.
Aberdeen in Yankton territory on the Yankton 48-yard line. Hermanson takes a snap, handoff to Salfrank. Salfrank has room on the outside and is slowed down by Yankton and eventually forced out of bounds. Shy of the first down marker, but another gain of about 8 or 9.
Yeah, a little misdirection on that one. And just it seems like we're getting a little tired, I think. So our defense is. So we need to shore up here a little bit.
Look at the difference between that first opening drive of Aberdeen. 4 quick plays, and then Yankton's defense is off the field. This one's been grinding out for minutes now. So
hopefully we have a little bend but don't break type of defense here. So
2nd and 1 for Aberdeen. Ball on the Yankton 39. Hermanson in the shotgun. Sets his receiver in motion into the slot. Now hand off to Sarda. That's Salfrank again. Salfrank is going to be slowed up right at the line. Nice job by Yankton, just really filling in those gaps and just really shedding those blocks and just getting to the ball. Simple as that.
Yep, that was a good job. We got a little loss of 2 there. That definitely puts them in a third and manageable, but a situation where we hopefully can make a stop here.
So officially 3rd and 4, ball on Yankton's 42. Just a couple ticks over 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. That first quarter brought to you by First Dakota National Bank and the UPS Store. Hermanson under center, fullback and halfback set. And it is a handoff to Salfrank up the middle, and he will be shy of the first down. Nice job by Yankton's defensive line. That was actually Sarda on the carry. And usually we give a lot of credit, Jason, to linebackers and stuff, but that was Yankton's D-line.
Yeah, that was D-line. That was Peyton Eustis in there, Casey Storn in there. They held him up right there. So it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th here. We need another stop here.
It's just kind of that no man's land of, it's too short to punt.
Yeah, right.
It's too long for a field goal. So
we'll see. We got 15 seconds left. We'll see if they get it off before the end of the half, or then think about it.
4th and 2 for the Eagles. They will get the play off, but it's going to be a false start.
Penalty flag on the play.
That helps Yankton's cause.
Yes. Maybe now they're going to go punt it here. So.
And that's how difficult or how close that situation really is between going for it and punting is a matter of about 5 yards.
Yeah. So yeah. especially when you're a running team, don't rely on the pass that much. I think if we're Yankton, I think we might still go for it.
Cody Oswald back to return the punt. He is situated at the Yankton 10-yard line. That will end, shouldn't. Oh, no, actually, yeah, they would keep running the clock. Never mind. So, end of the first quarter. It is Yankton 0, Aberdeen Central, Golden Eagles 0 here on your home for Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV, simulcasting tonight on KNBZ Aberdeen. And it is time for a Colgan water break. And Colgan, your local water expert, specialized in water softeners, water filtration, and bottled water. Back in 1 minute from Creighton Youngworth Field.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12-packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, talking about sweepstakes scams. We all want to receive that call that says we've won a sweepstakes, and scammers know this. If you receive a call or an email saying you've won, but you need to pay taxes by placing money on a gift card or by mailing cash, it's a scam. It is illegal to ask for funds up front for taxes, tariffs, or customs. If you've been victimized by this scam, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
And welcome back to the action, second quarter here. As the punt is off from Jet Carlson, and Cody Oswald set to return. He catches it right at the 10-yard line, is brought down. Maybe he went for it for a couple of yards. It depends where the official marking is. About the 13-yard line, so return of about 3 yards.
Yeah.
Yankton will set up on their own 13.
Yeah, we got, it'll be nice to see if we can get a little drive going. And we've been moving the ball. We need to keep it going, be a little bit more consistent here, so.
And now Yankton, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gavin Swanson in the backfield. Swanson gets the carry, goes right up the middle, and will be slowed down right at about the 15, maybe just short of it. It's always interesting to see, and this is just the life of football here, obviously, when you're watching officials, which official to watch all night, because they're always all three in a different position.
right, I know. Yeah.
Right at the 15. Still gain about 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 7, and now Rugby set to pass. He's to the middle. Tucker Gilmore off of his fingertips. That would have been a nice reception, but Tucker Gilmore had 2 things working against him on that. A little tall of a pass, and the fact that he has a cast on his hand.
Yeah, it's not an easy catch. Rugby is just a little high right now, so if he can get that down. Tucker was open. That would have been a nice gain for us.
And now 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and lone back with Rugby Reichen. He said solar in motion, far side to near side. Yankton, of course, moving left to right on your screens or listening device now. Toss out to Cody Oswald right at the first down marker. He does turn. He does get it. They will move the chains. That's a Yankton Bucks first down.
Yeah, that was a real nice pass out of Rugby. Nice catch by Oswald out to the outside. Just keeps the chains moving.
Gain is to the 24-yard line. That's enough for a Yankton.
So 24-yard line now for Yankton. We're at 11:15 to go in the first half. And a quick pop pass to Austin Goebel. Goebel now turns upfield. Looked like he was going to sweep all the way to the outside, but he cut right at the near hash marks. Thought he had something, but was slowed down by the Eagles. But a nice gain.
Yeah, a little gain of, looks like 5 there, so good gain on first down.
2nd and 5 now for the Bucks. Solar in motion, near to far. I swear that kid's always on the move. And now Rugby rolls out to his left. We have a flag on the far side of the field. Scrambles to the near side. He's going to try to cut upfield himself. And we'll just go out of bounds, shy of the 40. But I think this one's probably going to be coming back.
Yeah,
Judge on where the flag was thrown.
I think we might even have a legal shift or too many. Yep, looks like it. Too many guys moving.
Do you remember in Pierre? You were at that game.
Yep.
In Pierre, how many flags were thrown?
Oh, yeah.
Like 100, I don't know. But we wanted to start a penalty bingo. And we wanted to make sure to see who was able to fill their board first.
Yeah, definitely had enough of them to do that.
Yep, I think that was an illegal shift on the offense. And so that will back up Yankton a bit. And
Penalty moves the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, brings up 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
At the 25.
2nd and 10 here. So.
2nd and 10.
Yep.
And now 2 receivers to the right. And Rugby handoff to Swanson. Swanson cuts up right up the middle of the field. And I look forward to a heavy dose of Gavin Swanson the rest of the night. It's nice to have him back.
Yeah, he looks really good. I mean, he's got some fresh legs, but he's hitting the hole hard. And I think if he would have saw the hole a little easier, I think he might have got a little bit more of a gain on that one.
3rd and 2 for Yankton, and Gavin Swanson loses the ball on the handoff, and Aberdeen is freaking out that they have it, and they do. That's a turnover by Yankton. And from what I could see, Jason, it looked like it could have been just a combination of both, but Rugby may be rushing the handoff, or Swanson. It's kind of that. It's difficult if you're not doing it every day, and they haven't done that with each other for a while.
Yeah, and I think it right away didn't have it, so it'd be interesting to go back on film and see exactly what happened. But that's something that we didn't need tonight.
No, so that sets up Aberdeen in Yankton territory, comfortably in Yankton territory on the Yankton 32. 10-16 to go here in the second quarter. Still no score. Hermanson under center for the Eagles. And it is a handoff, and that is to Austin Erickson, the 5'6 junior. And he is slowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And I'm going to say no gain. And so Yankton's defense has continued to do a nice job, though, of just collapsing in all of the holes.
Yeah, they did a good job. There was a little misdirection, a little trap play on the backside, and those guys stayed home and did a good job of reading that, and really no gain.
My mom's in town. Just offered me a hot chocolate. Would you like a hot chocolate, Jason?
I'm okay. Thanks.
Yep, so now it is 2nd and 10. 9:30. Our cameraman, Braden Butler, heard that. Now he wants one. Toss out to Sarda. Sarda to the outside of the hash marks. Nice spin move. Turns upfield and is brought down right at the 20-yard line. And that will be enough for an Aberdeen first down. They are in the red zone.
Yeah, he had a big hole there on the right side, off tackle there, and took advantage of it. He's a hard runner. We're going to have to work hard to keep him in check tonight.
I always like to look at the different kinds of backs at this level, especially. And he doesn't have a very quick first step, but when he gets a couple steps under him, he can get there pretty quickly.
Yeah. He's not afraid to run you over either.
Yep. So Hermanson, nice pitch out to Sarda, and Sarda now turns upfield, and he's at the 10-5 and grinds forward, brought down right at the 6-yard line, is where maybe even the 5, depending on the official marking. And so that will bring up 1st and goal for Aberdeen. They're going to say the 6.
Gain is to the 6-yard line.
And so Aberdeen knocking on the door.
Yeah, they're giving us a heavy dose of Sarda here.
Well, 5.5 yards per carry. That's pretty impressive.
It is.
But he's also behind a pretty big line for this Aberdeen crew. Man in motion. Hermanson. Hand up to Salfrank. And Salfrank now won't really have much. Maybe a yard on the play. Went to that right side, followed his right guard right off his right side.
Yeah, defensive line did a good job of blocking up the hole there and holding to a limited gain.
The carry brought down by Cody Oswald. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd goal from the 4-yard line.
So 2nd and goal, ball on the 4-yard line. And Aberdeen now. They really haven't changed any kind of formations. They've been running the same 3 or 4. And this time it's the 2 backs to each side. Hermanson now. Handoff. I believe that was Salfrank on the carry. And again, Yankton does a nice job of getting to the line and just stopping it right in his tracks.
Yeah, Lucas Kamshoff and Matthew Sheldon got in on that one right away. That was a good play there. So it looked like they lost a yard. So at 3rd and 5 on. This will be a big stop for Yankton here if we can hold them, or at least a field goal attempt.
And that's not to say Yankton hasn't done a nice job all season, but what is up with them tonight? I'm just really impressed by just how fast they're getting to the point of attack on the line.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of pursuing and tackling, really.
3rd and goal, Hermanson. Toss out to Sarda. Sarda trying to find some room on the outside, and he will have some. Reaches out toward the pylon. That is An Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles touchdown. That was Saul Frank on the carry. I told you, Jason, I was going to mess those two up all night. But Aberdeen takes the first strike here at Crane Youngworth Field, leading 6-0 over Yankton. As we do have a Yankton buck down, and trainer Trevor Woods will come out to attend to him.
Yeah, I think, they came around on a sweep there, and it looks like Coach Muth is probably pleading his case for a hold there, but, they didn't call it, and so, we gave up the touchdown. But they did a good job of sealing us off, and obviously he was fast enough to get to the corner of the end zone.
Well, we're going to step aside for 30 seconds while injured buck is tended to, but it is Aberdeen 6, Yankton 0, extra point pending.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
And welcome back to Crane Youngworth Field. Rainer Roaring was the down buck, but he is walking down the sidelines. Hopefully we see him tonight and wish him the best, being tended to by one of the best trainers in all the state, Trevor Woods. And now we have an extra point pending here for Aberdeen. Swinging gate. No, it's going to be a direct snap, and it will be a 2-point conversion for Aberdeen. And Jason, not to put you on the spot, I'm going to go ahead and let you run at this one because I was really just waiting for swinging gate, and all of a sudden something happened, and I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I think, they basically just, I think our defense is a little confused too. Usually you have those offensive linemen that come back and swing over there, but really they just outnumbered us, and we didn't really know how to attack it looks like, and just was pretty easy to walk in the end zone on that. So
same exact thing happened against T.
Yeah,
and I'm remembering that now.
Yeah.
So 8-0 lead, Aberdeen over Yankton. 7:03 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Vote by absentee now or on November 8th for Gene Hunoff, State Senate, District 18.
When the game is on the line, you want your most experienced players on the field, right? I'm Gene Hunoff. Like football, experience is very important in the South Dakota Senate. We have a lot of issues to work on next January, like the impact of inflation on local economic development, Second Amendment rights, Medicaid, and value-added agriculture. Keep me in the game. Vote Gene Hunoff.
Paid for by Gene Hunoff for Senate.
And kickoff to Yankton is a touchback as Austin Goebel lets it go to the back of the end zone. Yankton will take over on their own 20-yard line. And Jason, from what you've seen from the first few possessions, what does Yankton need to do? And is it as simple as just take care of the ball? I mean, really, because they are moving the chains.
Yeah, they are moving the chains. I think we've had a couple plays where we had some missed opportunities. Like one of them in one of the first drives, we started out behind the sticks in the first drive, and we missed a few passes here. But hopefully we can just get something going here.
Swanson gets the handoff on the first play of the drive and is spun down to the turf after a gain of about 3 on the play. Went to the left side, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Gavin's really running the ball well. I think if we kind of keep staying with it and not get rid of it, I think that'll open up the pass for us too.
Tyler Soler in a quick motion, rugby out to pass to his right. Now goes the opposite side of the field. Now continues to scroll out to his right. Toss down to Cody Oswald, and he brings it in right at the sticks. And are they going to move these sticks? Or?
The side judges didn't really want to give us a signal, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like 3rd and 1 here.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. Yankton on their own 23-yard line. Gavin Swanson will get the first down for Yankton. Holds on to the ball and is spun down hard to the turf, well past the chains, and about the 36-yard line. So Yankton Bucks first down.
Yeah, we've had good rhythm offensively. You know, getting balls in here and out. So hopefully we have a nice mix of run and the pass here.
Oswald in motion. Now there's 3 receivers to the right. Rugby rolls to his right. Pass down to Solar, gets a nice block on the sideline and is upended hard right at midfield. And Tyler Solar is a tough kid, but he took a really hard shot there at the end. It was actually after the play.
Yeah, looks like he stepped out of bounds a few yards short of the first down.
2nd and 2 for the Bucks. 2 receivers each side. Rugby, chest high snap, pitch option. Pitches out to Gavin Swanson. Goes to the left side of the hash marks and just lowers the shoulder pads. And the bowling ball just keeps on going. And he is in Yankton territory to the Yankton 44-yard line. That's enough for Yankton Bucks. First down.
Yeah, Gavin's running really hard there. Missed the block a little bit, which might have freed him a little bit more, but good gain nonetheless.
And Swanson came off the field. I don't know if you saw Jason, but he is tired.
Yeah, he is tired.
Sheila Platt couldn't get out there fast enough. And now it is an up back and a half back. Rugby now takes a snap, looking to pass. He's looking down the middle of the field to Tyler Solar, and Solar has it off of his hands. You could just see it hit his palms and go straight down to the turf.
Yeah.
And you just have to think cold, right?
Yeah, cold, and you know, like you kind of feel those safeties right around you, and that was a good pass. Maybe just a tad bit behind him, but good effort. He was open.
2nd and 10 now for Yankton on the Eagles 45. Rugby and quarterback keep. Shayla Platt with a nice block and cuts up field, and he is to the Yankton 39-yard line. It will be a 3rd and about 5.
To the 39-yard line, brings up 3rd and 4.
And so 5:10 to go here in the first half. 3rd and 5, Tucker Gilmore checking his play band and now sets up on the right side. Tyler Solar back in motion, Rugby in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls out to his left. Shayla Platt on the blocking end. And toss out to Tyler Solar, and he brings it in at the 31-yard line. And that was a nice grab by Tyler Solar and his awareness of right before he went out of bounds, making sure he had his feet in.
Yeah, he did a good job. He kind of leaked out just a little late and on a little rollout. Nice gain, and we have nice tempo, and we're moving the ball efficiently here.
Fresh set of downs on the Eagles 31. And Gavin Swanson back into the game. First contact, doesn't matter. He keeps going forward and eventually is brought back down by a very, very tough. Was that on the tackle? That was, it was someone that I don't know.
Hard to read those numbers.
Yeah. Oh, Jalen Holt. There you go. I found it out. And now Rugby now in the shotgun. It is 2nd and 6. He's under pressure. Scrambles out of some pressure. Now will turn upfield. He'll keep it. There'll be a Bucks first down and gets out of bounds right at the just shy of the 15-yard line. And that is what makes Rugby so special. That amongst many other things, but the fact that he took a broken play and then was out of danger about 3 or 4 times and still ended up getting a Yankton first down.
They had good coverage down the field, and the line was getting through, but he did a good job of keeping himself alive.
Yankton is in the red zone. Now Gavin Swanson gets the handoff and will grind all the way to the 9-yard line. And the red zone is brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, the Smet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl. There's a timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. But it will be 2nd and 2 for Yankton. And the ball is on the Eagles' 9-yard line. And Jason is so impressed, again, with that Rugby play. And it takes blocking by all Yankton to make that stuff happen. But how many different times did the play break before he had to kind of re-sew it together and make something else happen?
Yeah, he does a good job. He does a good job with that little spin move, kind of reverse pivot spin move that, and the nice thing about him, he's not just necessarily always running to run. He's still his eyes are down the field till he can't make that throw anymore. So just his ability to scramble and make plays, it makes it really hard on a defense.
Yep. And timeouts again are brought to you by Hedro. one of Yankton's biggest and best employers, Hedro. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. All right, 8-0 Aberdeen. Yankton, though, knocking on the door on the 9-yard line. 4:04 to go in the first half. Rugby takes the snap, hand off to Swanson, or Shaler Platt, rather. And Platt gets to the 5-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play. That's a tough 4 yards for Shaler Platt.
Yeah, really put his head down and got through the line, got that first down.
So fresh set downs, first and goal now from the 6-yard line. And now handoff to Platt again, and Platt grinding forward. And he may, Jason, already be at about the 1.5-yard line.
I think Rugby's here asking to keep pounding it here.
Why not? It's working.
Yeah, both of those guys, Swanson and Shaler, have been really running hard here. It looks like they got a heavy set here.
You know, the power formation that Rugby is at the tip of. So second and goal. Rugby keeps it, and Rugby, I think he's going to be stopped short of the line. In that formation, that does not happen that often this year.
Not happen very often. We didn't get enough push up, but we got one more chance to do it again here. So,
and I think they're going to run the exact same thing. But also, Rugby could easily go out to the edges. He's done that all season as well. And that's what he will do. He rolls out to the right. Well, that should be a pass to Tucker Gilmore. Gilmore brings it in at the goal line. You can put 6 up on the board. That is a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Tucker Gilmore.
We have a flag on the field, so I don't know if on the far side here.
I know you didn't throw it, but you just ruined my night.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to save your voice. Looked like we had a legal man downfield.
A legal man on Yankton. So chalk one up to your penalty bingo.
I know. I don't know how you have that when you're on the 1-yard line, but
ineligible man downfield, yeah. Yeah, and I just heard some people in the, and that's true. How does that happen on the 1-yard line? Okay, same thing that happened in Pierre, but let's not bring up old wounds.
That's right.
As the officials are discussing something here, after that Pierre matchup when that happened, it was just a spiral effect that brought us to have to punt.
Right.
Coach Huber said, we have the fastest offensive line in the state. All right, it is 3rd and goal, ball on the 6-yard line. And we have a flag out on the field. And if this is going against Yankton, then that is unbelievable. False start.
Yeah, these are things that, in big games like this, you can't continue to happen. But we'll see if we can muster up something here, give ourselves a chance to at least get some points on the board.
So let's play coach for a second, okay? So let's say you get half of this yardage. Do you still try to punch it in, or do you just have Trevor Paulson come out here?
If it was 7-0, but with it being 8-0, I think I'd go and take the 3 points. And
3rd and goal, ball on the 11, toss to the corner to Cody Oswald, and he brings it in. Cody Oswald reaches toward the skies in coverage and brings it in on the back pylon. You can put 6 up on the board. That is a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Yeah, that was a nice throw by Rugby. A little fade route to Cody. Had the safety over top, too. He put it right in what it needed to be. And Cody made a nice catch. So I guess we don't have to play coach on the 4th down play. So.
Yep, and it will be an extra point attempt. Kind of a low snap, but a nice hold by Kamshoff, and nice kick through the uprights. Trevor Paulson. Trevor Paulson's only missed 1 extra point all season. Has now started a new streak, and is 8-7 Aberdeen. Yankton to kick off, and we return 2:45 to go in the first half on your home for Yankton Bucks football. KYNT, KYNTV, simulcasting on Sunny 97.7. Back in 60 seconds.
It's the season of getting cozy, the season of warm apple ciders and sweet pumpkin pies. Before it's gone, be sure to get in the car, rev up that engine, put your pedal to the metal, and burn rubber before heading straight to the games. Fall sports are back, and First Dakota is sitting right up front with you on this adrenaline roller coaster. Raise your hands with every game-saving point, shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime, and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way you taste is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
8-7, Yankton does score, and that scoring drive brought to you by Gersner Oil. For your daily fill-ups and your convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's today. And there is the kickoff from Trevor Paulson, and will be returned by Aberdeen at about the 2-yard line or so, and brought all the way to the Aberdeen 28. So, Sal Frank on the return. He's had a couple of really nice ones so far, Jason.
Yeah, he has returned them well. Good kick, by Trevor. Pretty good return. I mean, getting about over 25 yards, about 27 there. So that'll be a good test. We got 2:30 left. It'll be a good test for our defense if we can keep them to no points here, or maybe even get the ball back, because we still have we have 3 timeouts left. So.
And Rainer Roig is back out on the field. Always like to see that. Patrolling the safety area. Sal Frank gets the carry, goes out to the left, and he tries a stiff arm Rainer Roig, and Roig brings him down, but still grabbing what I'm assuming is his rib, kind of, or maybe his shoulder. I don't know. We're not doctors, but I don't know.
Yeah, it looks, it's hard to say.
You're closer than I am in that regard.
Yeah, right.
And so it is 2nd and 5 now for Aberdeen. But so far, this Yankton defense, sure, they lit up a score, but they have really slowed down most drives, really doing a nice job of stopping any run up the middle, especially. And now Sal Frank takes the snap as a halfback, kind of a wildcat. And there is a small gain out into the near side, and I think that may have been a holding miss.
Yeah, I think the officials missed that one right in front of him. Number 50, we just got we got it there that we just missed, but we still got a 3rd down and 1. We make a stop here. We get the ball back. So
3rd and 1, minute and a half to go in the first half. Hermanson under center, handoff, and that is Austin Erickson on the carry. He'll be stopped short of the first down marker. It'll be 4th down, and it's 4th and really short, Jason. Are they going to keep the offense out?
The guy closest to us looked like, he's short. The other guy I thought was going to give it to him, but looks like it's 4th down, and we call the timeout here. So, bad punt here might lead us back into, in some points.
And timeouts are brought to you by Hedro in Yankton, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Special thanks to our sportscaster partners. Without them, this broadcast is not made possible. Thanks to Aztec. Kohlberg Pioneers changed names to Aztec, and change can be a good thing. Aztec is offering a healthy sign-on bonus, wage and benefits, plus walk-in interviews. Build your career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. And Midwest Insurance Agency, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, DeSmet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl. And One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution is located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. Aberdeen so far in the season to 16.6 points per game, rushing yards per game, however, 181 compared to Yankton, which 164, which is pretty even actually. Both teams like to run the ball, but passing, Aberdeen under 100 yards per game. So was that the reason, Jason, we really haven't seen a lot of air movement on the Aberdeen team.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
So 4th and 1, ball on the Aberdeen 39. Huge play. And this handoff to Sarda. They do have the first down. And but just barely, Jason. Yankton does a nice job, as in on it is Rainer Roig and Matthew Sheldon.
Yeah, it's a lot of confidence in your running game when you're 4th and 1 and you're sitting on the 39-yard line of your own 39. So, but again, they got to run the ball, and there's only a minute left in this half. So, if we can just stay stay under control here and not allow up a big play, I think we'll be all right going into halftime.
8-7 lead for Aberdeen over Yankton. 57 seconds to go in the first half, as Jason just alluded to. Fresh set of downs for the Eagles, ball on their own 41-yard line. And rolling out, and almost an interception by Lucas Kamshoff. Hermanson turned out to his right and then did a quick turn to his left on the left hash marks, tossed a quick pass, which was knocked to the ground ultimately, but Lucas Kamshoff, it hit him in his hands, Jason, and his chest, and then his stomach, and then the ground. If he had that, it was a pick six.
Yeah, I know. I think it was a little bit of a low pass. He probably wasn't ready for it, but that would have been a huge play for us because he probably would have walked right in the end zone if he would have made that catch.
Yeah, he already had 5 yards separation from everyone. Yeah. So, and Kamshoff is a fast guy.
Yeah, he is.
44 seconds to go here in the first half. Is now 2nd and 10. Ball on the Aberdeen 41-yard line. Hermanson is to Saul Frank. Saul Frank being chased by Sheldon and Cody Oswald. Gets by Cody Oswald. Turns upfield. Is short of the first down marker, but will stop the clock just shy of Yankton territory. And going to be knocked out at the Aberdeen, I'm going to say 48-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 3 for the Eagles.
Yeah, you call on a pass play, you stop the clock, then you have a running play, run out of bounds, stops the clock. You know, if you get a stop here, they don't make any gain. They might have to punt this to us.
And, you know, who knows with the playbook what could happen. But the cold weather really just kind of throw a wrench in some passing stuff. This is the first real cold game of the year, and you can tell there's just a little bit of adjustment happening. And it is Saul Frank on the carry for Aberdeen. He has the first down on the right side and is all the way into Yankton territory, slowed up at about the 35-yard line. Big gain for Aberdeen.
Yeah, about 15-yard gain there, 15, 20 yards, and gives them an opportunity to maybe to do something here with the last 20 seconds.
Hermanson sets Saul Frank in motion. Now a quick push out to him. Saul Frank goes onto the near side of the field, and you and I both kind of rapidly moved. I thought he was going to have some room there, but Yankton did collapse on the edge, forced him out of bounds with 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why Aberdeen's had 2 timeouts. I don't know why they didn't take a timeout.
I didn't quite see the call, Jason, but I think it was an illegal motion on Aberdeen.
Yeah, it was.
You have a flag out in the field.
On the far side, yep.
It's that will back up Aberdeen.
See if they just do something simple and take it in at halftime. It looks like they're running. Oh, they just called timeout. So
timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, and we'll again keep it right here. Thanks to our sportscaster partners, Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire, because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door, and the UPS store. They'll help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, and, of course, shipping. The UPS store of Yankton across from Walmart. And Yankton Thrive. Yes, there is a thriving business economy here in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses, from retail to manufacturing, is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. Situation, Aberdeen 8, Yankton 7. About 10 seconds or maybe just like 7 seconds. Right as I said that, they reset the entire clock. Right. Okay, 9 seconds remaining here in the first half. And, yeah, I think Aberdeen has one big play that they could try to run. But Yankton, all they need to do in this situation, Jason, in my opinion, is just contain and get into half.
Yeah, just contain and you know, and gives ourselves, because we get the ball the second half and gives us a chance to take the lead if we can just stop them here.
And so now Aberdeen going to the line. Hermanson under center. It is 1st and 15. Toss out to Saul Frank. Saul Frank now tries to get to the outside, trying to maybe get out of bounds, and he will have life for another day as there's 3 seconds on the clock. After a pretty decent gain of about 7 yards or so.
Gain is to the 34-yard line. Second down.
Yeah, it's Yeah, you never know in these situations. You could always throw a little halfback pass and do something funky, but we just hopefully they just run the ball.
Just a simple draw, please. Thank you. And 3 seconds to go here in the first half. Aberdeen is taking another timeout. Man, they are taking a lot of time for these last couple plays, Jason. You have to think they're drawing up like the greatest play ever seen in football.
Yeah, right.
Our minds are about to be blown, so we'll figure it out.
That gives us a chance to make sure we shore up our defense at the same time. So.
Yep. Well, hey, you know what? They didn't call us initially in the game. We had like 15 guys in the field. Just throw a few extra defenders out there.
Right.
See how it goes. No, I'm still surprised about that. For those that don't know, I guess it's not a big deal now, but Yankton was changing out, right?
Yep.
We just had like 5 extra guys on the field, and nothing was called. So sometimes you do get it. Sometimes they go Yankton's way.
Yes, they do.
Yep. But right now, this has been a grind-out game, kind of what I expected. I expected more scoring from both sides, but still, I expected this to be a very close game, and that's what we're getting.
Yeah, I figured, it'd probably be about 14 to, 14 or 20, maybe even 21. But, I think, that first quarter, Aberdeen, I think, almost used the whole first quarter just by running up and down the field. It wasn't much, but they did enough.
Yeah, their time of possession is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, all right, 3 seconds. 2nd and 9. Ball on the Yankton 29-yard line is going to be a pass. Saul Frank 2 pass toward the end zone, and it is broken up by Yankton, but Rainer Roig and Mac Reichen run into each other. And Mac Reichen is down. Rainer Roig has already been down once this game. He's down, but that will end the first half. But hopefully they will be able to recover from whatever ails them here at halftime. We have our Avera halftime show here around the corner, and Braden Butler will step in for me a little bit. As you can tell, I'm really fighting it myself, so we'll get it all figured out. 8-7, Aberdeen on top of Yankton. The Avera halftime show next.
You may not think of the flu as a serious disease, but complications can lead to severe illness, hospitalization, even death. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends everyone over the age of 6 months get a flu vaccine every year. Yankton Medical Clinic is offering flu shots by appointment only. Call today to schedule your flu shot or visit yanktonmedicalclinic.com/flu to learn more. Protect yourself and your loved ones this flu season. Get your flu shot today. So much care, so close to home.
What does your phone and an auto show have in common? When you go to BillionAuto.com, everything. Start searching over 7,000 vehicles instantly. Chevys, Kias, GMCs, Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Rams, and much more. Plus, negotiate your best deal on all pre-owned vehicles and apply for credit pre-approval all within a matter of minutes. 17 new car brands and thousands of used cars all in the palm of your hand. It's like an auto show every day at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted. Not all will be approved.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Football is back. So do you know what that means? It means Checkers is open every day of the week. That's right, you can get Checkers delicious wings daily and catch all the football action. Every Monday night, enjoy $5 cheeseburgers and fries. Grab your friends, bring your family, and head on down to Checkers. Open 11 to 11 daily. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill on Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
Cold weather means you need to warm up your fan gear.
And if you're a fan of the Bucks and Gazelles,
Or Mount Marty Lancers.
JJ Benji's has a storeroom full of Bucks, Gazelles, and Lancers apparel ready to wear.
Long sleeve t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, quarter zip pullovers, jackets, and hats.
You'll stay warm on those cold nights traveling to games and sitting in the stands.
With Bucks, Gazelles, and Lancers gear at JJ Benji's.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street in the Meridian District, Yankton.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT. Yankton.
Welcome in here on the Avera Halftime Show. I am Braden Butler, stepping in once again for the time being for Bryce Ladwig as he tries to save his voice for a big second half here between the Yankton Bucks and the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. I am joined here at halftime by Jason Nelson, who's been with Bryce throughout the first half, and we saw a very tight, close, competitive first half of play. A couple mistakes early by Yankton, but they really got it rolling there late.
Yeah, I thought it's just kind of a grinding out game that we're playing here. I thought a little bit we missed opportunities that maybe we could have capitalized on early, but for the most part, I think we're in good position to come out of this next half and have a good half. So.
Those mistakes early you talked about, 2 fumbles early on. One of them was able to get recovered by the Yankton offense. The other one falling to Aberdeen, and that set up Aberdeen for their lone score of the game as well.
Yeah, kind of similar to last week where we kind of give them a position where they, field position where they can capitalize that on it. And usually if you turn the ball over on your own sideline, they're most likely going to capitalize. But, it is what it is, and we came back and we answered and got a touchdown out of it, and I think defensively we're doing a good job. If we can keep doing that and maintaining things and put a few more points on this board, we should come out with a victory.
And you mentioned defensively, Aberdeen Central, they're known for their running game and their running backs, and outside of maybe 1 or 2 chunk plays that go for 8, 9, 10 yards, it's been very good by this Yankton Bucks defense of slowing down the Aberdeen offense and hemming them in, holding them to short gains, especially when they're running between the tackles.
Yeah, our linebackers and even our defensive line have been doing a good job. There's a few times where our outside guys have lose containment, but that's football for you. But yeah, I think they'll probably make some subtle adjustments in here at halftime and shore some things up. I feel in this season they come out in the second half defensively and play even better in the second half than they do the first.
They got the offense rolling down the stretch. The defense has been strong all game, only giving up a touchdown with a short field. So you got to hope carry that momentum out of the half, and you could make something happen as Yankton receives to start half 2.
Yeah, we've had a good mixture of running the ball hard with Swanson and Platt, and then lately now we've been throwing the ball a little bit. That's kind of opened up our guys a little bit. So it's been good. It's good to see. I think if we can stay in tempo and rhythm, that'll give us the best chance to score points.
Obviously Gavin Swanson, big player to have back. I have noticed him on the sidelines a little bit. He's getting a little winded. Obviously, you miss 4 or 5 weeks of cardio. That's going to happen when you're trying to go full speed, which I know he has no gear besides full speed going straight up the middle. So you're going to have those moments of, man, it's hard to catch my breath a little bit. It's harder than it was early in the season when I was doing this every day.
Yeah, exactly. It's, getting on a bike or elliptical isn't quite the same intensity, but I've actually been really impressed with him. He doesn't look like he's actually missed a beat and not having played for 3 or 4 weeks here. I think he's hitting the holes hard. He's running through people, so it's good to see.
This is your Avera halftime show. Not sure if I mentioned that coming in, but your halftime show, as always, brought to you by Avera, moving health forward. Before we go to break here, I want to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, including Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. So is Stockman's Motorsports. Stockman's Motorsports is your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmans ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area students and athletes. And Floor Tech, whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech, 665-4839. It's going to do it for the first part of the Avera halftime show. We're going to come back here in about 3 minutes, look at your out-of-town scoreboard here on KYNT and KYNTV.
In the
up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
I'm Dave Holland, physical therapist at Overland Rehab. Whether you've sustained a new injury, had a recent surgery, or tired of lingering pain you experience from simple, everyday tasks, physical therapy could be the solution. At Overland Rehab, we'll create a physical therapy plan for your health needs and goals. Contact us today for convenient appointments in 8 locations in Northeast Nebraska and 1 right here in Yankton, located on West 8th Street, otherwise known as the Lake Road.
When it's time for school, it's time to stop at Cenex. You can fill up your car with high-quality gas and fill up your stomach with a quick breakfast. Maybe most important of all, you can fill up your mug with hot coffee. So all you students and teachers, skip the snooze button and head into Cenex on your way to school. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience and wishes all area students and faculty a thriving, successful school year.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sherco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please go forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Welcome back in here to the Avera Halftime Show. Avera moving health forward here on KYNT and KYNTV, as well as simulcasting on KNBZ out of Aberdeen. Now, next up on the Halftime Show, we get your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized dealer. Looking at some scores from around Class AA, we're going to start with the matchup between Sturgis Brown and Douglas that just got kicked off as they kicked off at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Sturgis currently leads that 7-0, 8 minutes left in the first quarter. The end of the first half between Mitchell and Huron, Mitchell holds a 14-7 lead. That's in Mitchell at Joe Quintal Field. Watertown hosting Spearfish also at the halftime break. Watertown is up 13-0 over Spearfish. Brookings played up a class against Harrisburg today. That one is already wrapped up. Harrisburg winning 41-7 in that. And of course, the game everybody in the class, maybe even in the state, is keeping an eye on this weekend. Pierre up 21-14 currently over T area. T does have the ball with under a minute left in the second quarter. And that's a big one for the winner of this game, because if the winner of this game is going to set up at about the 3rd seed currently as it's looking like, and that could decide your playoff route. If you want to get to the Dome, does it go through Pierre, does it go through T?
Yeah, it's that's a big one for us, and for either one of our teams here. So, like we said in the pregame, no one really wants to go out to Pierre to play, even whether it's it's your second round game and trying to get to the Dome. It's just it's a hard place to play, and so I'm sure that's going to come right down to the end, and just like I think our game is going to do the same.
Well, it's a fun night of football in Class 11 AA. That was your out-of-town scoreboard presented to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door. We'll be back here on the Avera Halftime Show in about 3 minutes. You're listening and watching on KYNT and KYNTV.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Elwood Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
It's the most wonderful time of the year as Dakota Days is just around the corner. Presented by Core Trust Bank and South Dakota Beef Industry Council, the KO football team will take on Southern Illinois Saturday, October 22nd of Dakota Days weekend, and tickets are available now. Kickoff is set for 2 p.m. Join the party and secure your seat to the Dakota Days football game at goyotes.com. We are South Dakota.
Hey Yankton, Hedro is excited to announce we have new wages. General production, entry level, now starting at $17 an hour, and entry level cast house starting at $18.75, with skilled positions even higher. Dollar shift differential as well. We offer day one benefits and monthly profit sharing with a variety of shifts available. Go to jobs.hedro.com, search Yankton. That's jobs.hedro.com, search Yankton, or call Evie 605-668-2344.
And welcome back to the Avera Halftime Show. This is Bryce Ladwig. Thanks to Braden Butler taking over. And it's kind of a group effort trying to save what is left of my voice from all week. And I already said it in the pregame, but again, just thanks to Braden. He's really stepped up in regards to me not being able to do the last game at Sioux Falls Roosevelt. And then today really filling in when he needs to. Josh Bolter again attending to family matters. And Jason Nelson. Jeez, I'm sorry. Jason Nelson.
Right.
Well, you know why. Yeah, okay. The whole family.
we don't want to give a shout out to my sister.
Sorry. But it came from a good place. Yeah. But Jason Nelson in the booth with me, and always appreciate. Thank you for taking the time to be here, and glad that you are.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, and well, I told you that I was going to age you at some point. Played on that 1994 state championship team. Coach Max Hawk, and again, I want to tell you, I was 4.
Yeah. That's right. After that game, I probably felt like I was 90 years old. So
there you go. You're going to throw something at me in the middle of the third quarter for that joke. No. No, but that is excellent. And actually, whenever I do talk to former players that have played on this field, obviously it's been renovated, it's been flipped and everything, but is there still anything, it's still historic no matter what happens to Crane-Youngworth Field, but does it have any of that kind of old feel, or is it kind of a whole new feel here?
I still think the environment that the Yankton community has always put on has always been good. You know, you used to always still have people run around the sides that were watching. The trees and the nostalgia of it, I think you still have that factor. I mean, yeah, it is flipped and it's turf, and now you wish we would have played on something like this, but it's a special place, I think, for any alumni, and hopefully these young guys appreciate it too. So,
and it's always gonna be special to them. I know that they still have that, like a pole over there on the other side. I'm sure you've been by it. Yep. From the old facade of Crane-Youngworth. So, yeah, I always just like talking to people that have played and just kind of see how things have changed. I arrived in 2017 and been to games before then here, but I remember that was the first year that they flipped, right? But they hadn't put the turf down until 2018.
Right, yep.
So always a special place for Yankton Bucks football. We'll talk a little bit more about the first half, lead you into the second half when we return. But I am getting texts from some people about scores again, so I want to remind people the biggest score of the day biggest game, aside from our own, that we're keeping track of is the Pier and T game. Pier is leading 21-17. As at halftime, T will receive in the second half, and that is just a big game. So always keep a quarter of an eyeball on that game throughout the rest of the broadcast. But this one, Aberdeen 8, Yankton 7, here during the Avera halftime show. We'll come back with the second half.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
Exciting news, Yankton area. Amazon Delivery is hiring. Amazon Delivery is searching for drivers to deliver packages in the Yankton area. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and pass an Amazon background check. Work for a company with competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and job security. If you are interested in becoming an Amazon Delivery driver, please contact Yankton Computer at 605-664-2222 to find out more and to fill out an application today.
SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab in Yankton has a newer, research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. We take the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educate our patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. We administer a range of treatments and preventative approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. Visit us on our website at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
Second half action for you here at Crane-Youngworth Field. And it'll be Aberdeen kicking it to Yankton. And there is the kick. A little short as Austin Goebel will be there at about the 20-yard line to take it all the way to the Yankton, about the 35, a little just short of the 35, maybe the 34-yard line. Yankton moving left to right on your screen or listening device. Aberdeen, obviously, the opposite. Score, Aberdeen 8, Yankton 7. This is the opening possession of the second half.
Yeah, nice little return by Austin Goebel there. It wasn't much there, but he got it up to, about 35, so.
Roby Reagan takes a snap. Hand up to Swanson. Goes out to the right hash marks. Cuts up to the middle of the field and is slowed down just on top of the H and the YHS logo here just near midfield. That's enough for a Yankton Bucks first down. All on the 46.
Nice gain, nice 11-yard gain. Running through people as he did in the first half.
And now Rugby Riken again to try to pass out to Cody Oswald. Tries to get some separation, and there was a lot of contact. But actually, Jason, I think it was a lot of offensive contact on Cody Oswald.
Yeah, I think if we were playing on Sundays, that might have been called for offensive pass interference. But but we dodged the ball. It's okay. Take a shot there. So
it's just incompletion. 2nd and 10 now for Yankton. Ball on the 46. 11:32 to go in the third. Hand up to Swanson. Swanson out to the right side. Tries a stiff arm and tries to get away from his Golden Eagles. But they bring him down to the turf. Just behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard.
Yeah, it's Aberdeen did a good job there of pursuing there on the edge and just kind of kept pushing him out to the side.
And actually loss of a couple on the play. So it's 3rd and 13 now for Yankton. And Rugby out to pass, stands in the pocket, now rolls out to his left. He's looking downfield, trying to direct traffic, and is forced out of bounds right at the sticks, the original line of scrimmage. And that will bring up 4th down. Trevor Paulson, the punt crew, out for Yankton. That is just not the start of the second half you want.
No, it's take a shot, and then all of a sudden you lose 3 or 4 yards on the next play. Nothing was really open on that pass play, and I think Rugby was trying to get Swanson to kind of flare out for him, but just didn't work out.
And Trevor Paulson out to punt now. And he does muff the punt. It is cold weather, but he does get some kind of punt off, but it's just like a 10-yard punt downfield. Austin Goebel will be there to down it right at the Aberdeen 46-yard line. And while it's better than nothing, that really hurts Yankton.
Yeah, that's not a good start, not the start you wanted, especially when you get the ball the second half here. Snap was a little short, just mishandled it. And, let's see what the defense can do. Like I said, they've been pretty good the second half all season, so it'd be nice to do a 3-and-out.
10:46 to go in the third quarter, brought to you by Truxedo and First Chiropractic Centers. And Hermanson sends a man in motion from far side to near side. And it's a handoff to Sarda. Sarda breaks away from some Yankton Bucks and has plenty of room to the 30, to the Yankton 20, to the 10. He will score. And Aberdeen just with a death blow to Yankton right in the beginning of the second half. Now leads Yankton 14-7.
Yeah, nice run there by Sarda. Hole opened up. The end came out and pushed him inside. We just didn't have anyone in there, and he took it to the house.
And that's just been kind of a story for Yankton. Not that particular play, but it just seems when things go wrong, there's just right around the corner the other team to make you pay for. Right. Sioux Falls Roosevelt comes to mind. And here's the extra point attempt for Aberdeen. No swinging gate this time. Nice snap, nice hold, and a nice kick. It's 15-7. Aberdeen on top of the Bucks. 10:33 to go in the third. We'll be back. Yankton to receive.
Yankton is thriving. This is Nancy Winandy of Yankton Thrive. We've improved our quality of life in Yankton with projects like the Aquatic Center and Mount Marty Fieldhouse. We've addressed housing issues with the Westbrook Estates development. And to grow our workforce, we've conducted virtual job fairs, recruitment marketing, and offered scholarship opportunities for careers in our high-need areas. Yes, Yankton is thriving thanks to all the great people and companies that make Yankton their home. For more on Yankton Thrive, go to yanktonsd.com.
15-7 lead for Aberdeen over Yankton. 10:33 to go in the third. Again, brought to you by Truxedo and First Chiropractic Center. And Sarda, I just rewatched his run, Jason, on replay, and he's very quick with his movements to the outside. And obviously, just breakaway speed.
Yeah, he had good speed there. He just needed a little hole, and we talked about it in the first half too. He's a guy that's going to keep pounding, and he's going to break one, and he definitely did in that one.
This is a we heard the coaches say it. We've all said it. It just is as close to a must-win game as there is. And Yankton just, they have moved the chains from their own territory to midfield. They just haven't really been able to put a lot of strings together. And let's see if that can change here in the second half, or the second possession of the second half. And there is kind of an outside kick, will be brought up by Tyson Prouty. Prouty turns upfield, and nice field position granted to Yankton right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's he did a little short kick there and gave us some good field positions. Let's see if we can capitalize on that and have a nice drive here.
I bet Tyson Prouty did not expect he was going to return a kick today.
Probably not.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gavin Swanson in the back with Rugby Reich, and Swanson gets the handoff, goes up the middle, and is slowed down after a gain of about 2 on the play. And that big push that was there in the first half really hasn't been there so far in the second half.
No, it's Aberdeen's doing a good job of filling up the middle there. Might have to open that back up with some passing.
2 receivers each side. Rugby looking to pass. He has to step up in the pocket, tries to spin out of trouble, and is brought down after he lunges forward, or falls forward, I should say, for maybe a gain of a yard, or if even an entire yard. So 3rd and 8 on the play.
Yeah, he was trying to scramble through that, do a few spin moves, and offensive line kind of collapsed on there. So
empty backfield, 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. I think they're going to pass. Rugby takes the snap from the shotgun. And is a pass to Cody Oswald on, I guess what you call it, the weak side. And the pass is knocked down to the turf. And that was going to be a tough throw and a tough catch regardless, but it's 4th down.
Yeah, it was I think it got tipped at the line there, and just lucky he didn't get intercepted. So again, not a good possession there. And hopefully we got to leave it up to the defense again. So got to keep us right here so we can give ourselves a chance to get back in this game.
Another kind of shorter punt for Trevor Paulson is in Aberdeen territory, and right at the 40-yard line. That is where Aberdeen will take over on their own 40. And Yankton's defense, again, will be asked to not only slow down this Aberdeen offense, but stop them completely to get Yankton's offense back on the field for another chance.
Yeah, it's going to be a big test for them here. I mean, they're just going to keep pounding the rock and keep giving it to these two backs, and defensively he's probably going to have to set the tone here.
And now Hermanson under center. Sends a couple of players to the right side. Now Sarda gets the pitch out to the outside and finds room up the middle and just grinds forward just short of the first down marker by about 2 yards, about an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, you know, our ends are doing a good job of containing those guys on the outside, but we just don't have anyone filling those gaps. And then he was a patient runner there and allowed the hold to happen and give it, 8 yards there. So.
Well, Coach Justin Brees of Aberdeen Central, they've been doing this all season, and we talked about it, Jason, at the beginning of the game. Just because the run wasn't working then, eventually it would, because that's what they're banking on, and we're seeing that right now.
Exactly.
And 2-back set. And handoff going up the middle. I believe that was Sarda again on the carry. This time he is slowed down right at the line of scrimmage by Yankton. It was Eustace and Tyson Prouty in on the stop.
Just enough to keep the chains moving. Like to give them a limited gain here on first down, give ourselves a defensive chance here to maybe get a 3-and-out in this position here.
Pretty much stopped him right at the line, but they didn't need much. So,
nope.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Hermanson in the shotgun. And it is a handoff to Salfrank. Salfrank has a lead blocker, gets all the way to the Yankton 35, and stiff arms his man out of bounds. And that will be at the 33, maybe the 34-yard line in Yankton territory.
Yeah, another sweep, kind of almost a little of a jet sweep there. They did a good job of setting the edge for a 14, 15-yard gain.
8 minutes to go here in the third. 15-7 lead for Aberdeen over Yankton. Last time that these two teams met was last year on September 3rd. Aberdeen won that one 40-28. Look, Yankton looking for a little bit of a different result here. A quick pitch out to Sarda. Sarda now out to the right. Now cuts up to the middle to the right hash marks, and he has plenty of real estate ahead of him again. That's another Aberdeen touchdown going against Yankton. This is proving to be a problem.
Yeah, this is they're just keeping pounding right at us, and we haven't been able to stop it here. Another big hole, and almost looks like our linebackers are tired.
Yep, and 21-7 the score. 7:51 to go in the third. Extra point pending. And nice snap, nice hold, and the extra point is good. As far right as you can possibly be from this angle, but it is good. It is 22-7 Aberdeen. Aberdeen has punched Yankton in the mouth, but there's still time to respond for the Yankton Bucks. They receive back in 1 minute.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
22-7, Yankton trailing Aberdeen here at Crane Youngworth Field. 7:51 to go in the third. And the kickoff to Yankton. Runs into the end zone for a touchback. Yankton will take over on their own 20. And Jason, Yankton started off this game really hot offensively. They were moving the chains. It was big runs from Gavin Swanson. The defense was shutting down this Aberdeen run. Now, quite literally, from the latter half of the second quarter and so far in the second half, just flipped that entire switch.
Yeah. It's Aberdeen has pretty much taken control of this game offensively, and we got to be able to find a way to stop it here. Still plenty of time, but we need to answer back right here to kind of get us to the point where we give ourselves a chance.
And penalty moves the Yankton Bucks up 5 yards. Gavin Swanson gets the carry. He has room on the outside. He gets to the 40, and that'll be enough for a Yankton Bucks. First down is brought down at the Yankton 42-yard line. Now, that is the kind of plays Yankton needs.
Yes, that was a nice run by Gavin. Good 12, 13-yard gain there. Let's see if we can keep momentum up here on this one.
And Rugby looks to pass out to Tucker Gilmore, and Gilmore, cast and all, brings it in just shy of midfield. And it's a nice chunk of yards for the Yankton Bucks. Looks like Yankton's offense is starting to kind of wake up a little bit.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little tempo. Nice catch and catch for Tucker there. Good patience in the pocket with Rugby.
2nd and 4, hand out to Swanson. Swanson goes up the middle, and I think we'll have enough for a first down, depending on the marking. Yep, they're going to move the chains. So a fresh set of downs for Yankton. They are in Aberdeen territory on the Aberdeen 48.
Yeah, I like the tempo here. We see if we can continue it and not hurt ourselves here.
Swanson, hand off right up the middle, and gets to the Aberdeen, I should say, about the 43-yard line.
Yeah. Nice first down gain. That's kind of something that we haven't had the last few possessions.
2nd and 5 for the Bucks. 2 receivers each side. And snap and toss out to the left. And it is brought in on the reception. That was Tucker Gilmore.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't see it for a second. I was like, who was that? It's Tucker Gilmore. Brings it in at the 36 and it's spun down to the turf. Fresh set of downs for the Yankton Bucks. Keep moving the chains. Keep pushing that tempo. Cody Oswald gets set on the far side. Tyler Solar in motion. Near side, moving in toward the slot. Rugby now takes a snap, rolls out to the right, and fake pump. Flag is out on the field, and toss thrown out of play. I think it's going to be a holding on Yankton just based on where it was thrown.
Yeah. Looks like they had someone on the backside could have probably got called for holding too. Well, they have actually 2 flags on. They got one in the backfield here and then one right here too.
All the holdings.
All, yep.
So we'll see where the official call is. Yankton is backing up, so it's going to be going on Yankton.
Yeah, we had nice momentum here. We got to see if we can get out of this here. And in high school, it's a spot foul, so it's not just 10 yards. So it's a big loss for us.
Yep. And so now it is ball placed on the Yankton about 45-yard line. And that is Rugby taking the snap, rolling out to the right, toss to the Cody Oswald, and Cody Oswald had to kind of go back for it a little bit, but probably still a catchable ball, but just can't quite hold on and falls to the turf.
Yeah, there was a little window there. Probably Rugby did a good job of trying to squeeze it in there, but a lot of Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles sitting right around him.
And Aberdeen proving to be as tough as their record would indicate. Just a rough start to the season, but they also face the 2 top teams in the state out of the gate. And now Rugby rolls it to the left, another flag out, and he tosses it. It is completed and into Aberdeen territory to Matthew Sheldon right at the Aberdeen, about 48-yard line, but see where what this flag is.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another holding.
Going on Yankton. I'll sigh for everyone. And they'll back up Yankton. Gavin Swanson will come out for a quick breather.
Yeah, there's no magic play here. We got to just kind of find a way to get switch some field position here. Really, there's no time really has been off the clock here, so we're probably okay.
4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. See what play call there is for 2nd and 42. Now Rugby rolls out to his left and looking to pass, of course, and finds Austin Goebel, and Goebel brings it in. And he does bring it in Aberdeen territory at the 47-yard line. That does take care of about half the yards that you needed.
That's really, really what you want to do. Give yourself a chance at maybe getting close and going, maybe even give your chance at 4th down here.
So 3rd and 19 now for the Bucks, and we have a timeout being called by Aberdeen. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro in Yankton, one of Yankton's best and biggest employers. It's time for a new career direction. Visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 1 minute.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
3rd and 21 for the Bucks. Rugby Riken takes a snap. He rolls to his left. He's looking downfield, and the ball is almost intercepted by Aberdeen. And, you know, he's fits some balls in some tight windows this year, Jason, but I really don't know who the intended target was. There's nothing but Golden Eagles from what I could see.
Yeah, there wasn't very many guys open there. But I think we had some confusion right away what was going on. We had a couple wide receivers trying to figure out what they're going to be doing. So that probably didn't help out either.
Well, Trevor Paulson out to punt for Yankton. And nice snap. And Paulson gets off a decent punt despite pressure. And takes an Aberdeen bounce. Someone get on it, and they do at the 28-yard line. That's where Aberdeen will take over. One of Aberdeen's least advantageous starting positions. It seems like every time they've gotten the ball so far, it's been on like the 35 or 40.
Yeah, they've had good field position this half. So we'll see. See if the defense. I saw Coach Olson talking to the defense on the sidelines. So let's see if he's made some adjustments to hold them here.
22-7, Aberdeen on top of Yankton. 5:17 to go in the third. Well, it's quite literally time is not on Yankton's side now. They need a big stop, as you said, and it will be. That's going to be Sarda on the carry, and Sarda moves forward for a gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, we kind of seemed like we had him bottled up a little bit, and he just kind of squeaked it away for another 5 yards. But that's what good running backs do. You know, they don't look like they gain very much, and then you look up and they've had 4 or 5 yards every time.
Yeah, and that's what we have in our Gavin Swanson, even Shaler Platt. Evan Sirk has some of that too. You know, Evan Sirk is when he gets to the outside and he's not the biggest of guys, he can get lost in the backfield. We have a variety of running backs that we're able to throw, so it's always interesting to see. 2nd and 6 now for Aberdeen. Misdirection, and it is Sarda with the carry in between the hash marks. Short of the first down, but a gain of a few more. That will bring up, say, 3rd and 2 for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, this will be a big opportunity for our defense if we can make a stop here.
And so now it is Hermanson getting the play from the sideline. 4 minutes to go in the third. Simulcasting on KNBZ Aberdeen. Welcome. Hermanson under center. Pitch out to Sarda. Sarda looking to get that first down, and he will have it. By about a yard clearance, that will move the chains for Aberdeen, and Aberdeen's on their own 40.
Yeah, no, they're just got enough there. Open a little hole, open late. He was patient running there, found a hole, and able to get 2 or 3 yards to get the first down.
Yankton just needs to, they've been bend, not break all year, it seems, but they really just need to be not even bend at this point. Right. They just need a big stop. Still some field position to work with, but as I said, time is not on their side. They're down multiple scores here. Just 3:15 to go in the third, in the way that Aberdeen drains the clock. It's tough for Yankton. Handoff up the middle to Erickson. Erickson is almost tossed forward by Yankton for an additional couple of yards. Gain of about 5 on the play. 2nd and 4.
Yeah, time is not going to be on our favor, especially, they're taking probably 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds every down here. Looks like even the quarterback just looked at the play clock, so.
Yeah, Hermanson's getting his steps in for sure. He's been going back and forth to the sideline all game, getting the play call. One receiver each side. And Salfrank, misdirection, and it is a handoff to the near side to Erickson. Erickson has room. Erickson out toward the center of the field and just keeps bringing the Yankton Bucks with him. And I swear, after first contact, Jason, he had an additional 15 yards.
Yeah, he did. We had a chance there for a couple-yard gain, and he snuck out, and then he got another 5 yards gain when we were trying to rip the ball out. So Aberdeen's doing what they do, just kind of right down the field and handing it off, and we haven't been able to figure out how to stop him yet this half.
Ball on the Yankton at 23-yard line. And Hermanson under center. And quick pitch out to Salfrank. Salfrank is stopped in the backfield by Yankton. Nice job getting into the backfield and bringing them down.
Yeah, Cody Oswald did a really good job of setting the edge there, and then looked like Matthew Sheldon came and cleaned it up. That's, we haven't seen that yet this half, and that was kind of textbook on defense.
So loss of 2, 2nd and 12 now for Aberdeen, minute and a half to go. And as you'd already mentioned, Jason, that minute and a half, well, that's like 2.5 plays for Aberdeen, the way that they're running their offense.
Yeah, they're letting this play clock go down underneath 10 most every time. And
they are grinding out this game, that is for sure. And Sarda going to the power side on the right, and he is stopped this time again behind the line of scrimmage by Yankton. And it's not too late. I don't know about their kicking situation. It's a little too far right now anyway, but if you can get a big stop here, probably force them to go for it on 4th. Maybe you get a big turnover on downs.
Yeah, I think, they're they're behind the chains here, so this is a big down for us. Even if they're still 3rd or 4th and 10, they might have a decision to make. They're going to kick it or even just try to go for it and see if they can do something.
Yeah, and I'm looking at their kicking stats. Is 2 of 3 on the season. That is a Tayden Brownson, 5'10 senior. I don't have a distance, but the fact that you've attempted 3 field goals, probably not the longest kicker distance, so you're thinking they're going to go for it. But we do have a timeout for everyone to consider their options. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro in Yankton. It's time for a new career direction. Visit jobs.hedro.com. Keep it right here. I want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners. Sherco. Sherco is a proud supporter of Yankton sports. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. And State Farm, Roy Wilcox. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance is helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right place calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox State Farm, proud supporter of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles. And Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch. On Broadway, you call 665-1222. Jason Nelson with Bryce Ladwig here in the KYNT radio booth. 25 seconds remaining here in the third. 22-7 lead for Aberdeen. Aberdeen has it 3rd and 13 on the Yankton 26. Salfrank will take a direct snap and tries to cut up to the middle of the field, and he has room. And nice gain for Aberdeen.
Yeah, we did a really good job of corralling him, but he found a little hole, cut back, and got a gain of about 8 yards there.
And that was Hermanson on the carry, actually.
Yep.
And so now 4th and 6, and that will end the third quarter. The third quarter again brought to you by Truxedo and First Chiropractic Center. Time for a Culligan water break. Your local water expert specializes in water softeners, water filtration, and bottled water. That's Culligan Water. And timeouts, but again, brought to you by Hedro. We'll be back in 1 minute from Crane Younger Field. Aberdeen 22, Yankton 7. And you're home for Yankton Bucks Football, KYNT, KYNTV, simulcasting on KNBZ.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, talking about sweepstakes scams. We all want to receive that call that says we've won a sweepstakes, and scammers know this. If you receive a call or an email saying you've won, but you need to pay taxes by placing money on a gift card or by mailing cash, it's a scam. It is illegal to ask for funds up front for taxes, tariffs, or customs. If you've been victimized by this scam, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
And a big stop for Yankton right as we come back from the break. Odd timing sometimes, but it was. Jason, why don't you break down that play for us?
Yeah, they just did a quarterback lead sweep basically, and Mac Reichen and basically sniffed it out and just shoved him right out of bounds. He didn't really have any room to go anywhere, so they did a good job. That's the opportunity that we needed here. So
we'll treat it just like a kickoff. Ball on the 20-yard line for Yankton. Yankton's offense will take over. Again, trailing 22-7. We're 4 seconds into the fourth quarter. And, well, we can say it all the time, and sometimes cliches are just true, but Yankton needs a score here just based on how Aberdeen drains this clock. So, and a scoring on this way and kind of scoring quick is both very essential.
Yeah, we definitely need to get down there. I think the defense kind of shored up there the last possession there. And
Rugby takes the snap, hand out to Gavin Swanson. He goes forward for a gain of about 2 yards. And there's still room for that in the playbook, but eventually you're going to have to open it up in the air, but they know that.
Yeah, I think it's still there. You might get, hopefully you can break one here, but
empty backfield for Yankton. Sorry, Jason.
Oh, you're fine.
And pass downfield to Tyler Solar. He's open at the 45 to the 50, and he is pushed forward into Aberdeen territory. That is a Yankton first down.
Yeah, that was a nice 25-yard pass there for Solar, who's inching closer to that record, but he's not really worried about that right now. So.
Nope, and we'll go over that here in a bit. But Austin Goebel gets it's a reverse out of Tyler Solar, the pass to the 40 to the Aberdeen 35, and a horse collar tackle that will be called, and that will be an additional 15 yards, Jason.
Yeah, nice.
I threw my flag.
Yeah, right. I think everyone in the stands did too. But nice little screen pass. We haven't seen that wrinkle out of the Bucks before, and this is the momentum that they definitely needed on offense.
22-7 the score, 11:23 to go in the fourth quarter here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Yankton has been moving down the field. Now we'll have an additional yardage as Tyler Solar was horse collar tackled. And a 1st and 10 for Yankton from the 18, Aberdeen's 18. Rugby sets Matthew Sheldon in motion as a blocking back. Hand out to Gavin Swanson. Swanson runs into his own blocker, tries to get to the outside. He'll try to reverse field again. Will be brought down behind the lines. Jason, I think he thought he could find a new opening, but he just kind of kept digging himself into a hole.
Yeah, they stopped him right away. He tried to bounce out, and just Aberdeen did a good job of corralling him.
And now it is Rugby Riken. Looking to pass. Has some nice time out to Tucker Gilmore, too tall. And ball goes out of play. And, usually very accurate. And a lot of his passes today, though, have just been a little bit tall. I don't know if he's just trying to get a little more height on them for these receivers or what. But.
Yeah, sometimes, the weather is cold. You don't get the grip that you want, and they kind of sail on you.
Trips receivers to the left. Gavin Swanson alone back with Rugby. Rugby takes the snap, looking to pass. And looking to the left, he's looking for Solar, but it does hit off an Aberdeen defender. And incomplete, and that will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that's Solar was open there. The guy actually, Aberdeen guy, came off his guy and knocked it down. It's a big, too bad we didn't get a few yards there. It would have been nice to have a little bit more manageable 4th down.
And so now it is 4th and 11 for Yankton. Huge play. Rugby now rolls out to his right. He has some protection. Looking for anyone at this point. There's Gret out of danger. Toss just toward the pylons, and it is almost caught by Yankton. Incomplete pass. There'll be a turnover on downs. Aberdeen will take over.
Yeah, it's, protection kind of broke down, and, when you're running to the sideline, you start cutting off half the field, and it's tough. Rugby tried to get it up to Oswald, and just didn't complete it.
But, on a less somber note, I do want to announce that according to our stats, KYNTV unofficial, but, pretty close, I'm assuming, Tyler Solar has become the Yankton High School all-time receiving yards leader, breaking Rex Riken's record. I don't know what the official new line is. Obviously, hopefully he'll keep climbing the rest of this game. But congratulations to Tyler Solar.
Yeah, congratulations. Well deserved.
Well, we are back to game action here. And it is 1st and 10 for Aberdeen. Pitch out to the left to Sarda. And Sarda, nice run out to the outside. Yankton forces him toward the edge. And that's about a gain about 4, maybe 5 yards.
Yeah, we got it. Bucks defense is going to have to do something here. I mean, we can't let them drive down here. Even if they go another 20 yards, it's going to probably take another 3 to 4 minutes off the clock. So,
And so now, 2nd and 5 for Yankton. Making some friends in your window over there.
I know. Fans waving at me.
And 10 minutes to go here in the 4th. Again, your score 22-7. Aberdeen on top of Yankton. And handoff up the middle. I believe that was Erickson on the carry. And Yankton, nice job of slowing down the middle. Any movement that would be made. And pretty much stood up right at the line. 3rd and 5.
That was a good stop there by Case and Storm. And I think Cody Oswald got in there too. Really, then short gain, so that's really what we wanted. Big 3rd down here.
9.5 minutes to go. Game's not over, but, man, that clock is getting louder with every tick.
Yes, it is.
And so Aberdeen out here, 3rd and 5. I'm at the point now where even a first down scares me.
Right.
Hermanson under center. Handoff. Sarda goes up the middle and will believe have enough for a first down. I think they're going to be moving these chains. Yes, they
short.
Just short.
Yep.
So just short. It'll be 4th and a yard for Aberdeen.
Do they
bring the house?
I don't know what I was going to say. Is Aberdeen thinking about it here?
Well, the way they've been able to run it so far in the second half.
I mean, I'm sure they're going to waste the clock down and then call time. Oh, here they go.
Oh, okay. Now they're going to bring out the punt unit.
Yeah, our punt return didn't have to get off the field on that one. So
Cody Oswald back to return for Yankton. Fair catch called at the 40. As where Yankton takes over. And, Jason, sometimes I just have to rewind the tape and just keep playing over the same point. But it's true. Yankton needs a score.
Yeah, yes, they do. You know, they've done a good job of moving down the field. We just besides their one touchdown, we seem to either kill ourselves by penalties or just missed opportunities. And hopefully we can break through here, make it a little bit exciting toward the end.
8:23 to go in the 4th. Rugby takes a snap. Swanson back to block. Rugby now turns upfield. He is to midfield. Oh, they're going to say he's a few yards short of it. At the Yankton 48, they're going to say he went out of bounds. That's a gain of about 8 yards on the play. 2nd and 2.
Yeah, good job. Aberdeen snuck through the line there, and that kind of a broken play again. But did a good job to get 8 yards.
Tyler Solar set in motion. No, back in motion to the outside. Rugby rolls out to the left. Pass out to the flat to Gavin Swanson. Swanson turns to the middle of the field. He's to the Aberdeen 45 and will grind forward to the Aberdeen 40. It's enough for Yankton Bucks first down.
That's another little wrinkle that we haven't seen before, but backside screen there. Nice gain on 2nd down.
And that'll be Rugby Riken. Empty backfield looking to pass. And it's to Tucker Gilmore. And a little too tall on that one as well. And until Gilmore has a cast off of his hand, he can do no wrong in my opinion.
I know, right, yeah. He does a pretty good job with that. Yeah.
One-handed Gilmore.
That's right.
No, but he's done an excellent job. And, the fact that he finds ways to contribute even with that.
Right.
And 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd and 10, Rugby now. Toss out. Gilmore brings this one in at the 35. Forced out of bounds. Gain of about 5 on the play. 3rd and 5 now for Yankton.
Yeah, I think we just have to kind of take what the defense is giving us. They're kind of playing off in the secondary here. We just got to find a way to keep moving the chains here.
Solar again in motion. I don't think he's ever stood still this game. We have a flag on the far side of the field. Rugby looking to pass and to Tyler Solar, but brings it in out of bounds. And like I said, we have penalty bingo on the far side of the field.
Yeah, it looks like another legal shift. 2 guys probably in motion, or someone was covered up.
There's sometimes where I want a mic in the field, and then sometimes where I'm like, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, right.
This would be one of those moments.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I think they're going to decline this penalty, because it was 3rd down, moving it to 4th.
Yep, so they will decline it. Good call on that. And be 4th and 5. Obviously, Yankton's going for it.
Yeah.
4th and 5 for the Bucks.
And so here we go. Never call game, but as close to it as you can right here. Two receivers to the left, 1, 2 to the right. Gavin Swanson right on Rugby's left hip pocket. And Rugby back to pass to Cody Oswald. Ball is broken up, and Oswald was covered there on the right side, and he was just starting to turn around on that pass attempt. And another turnover on downs for Yankton.
Yeah, just an unfortunate situation there. Wasn't really open, but, pass wasn't bad. It just the guy made a good defensive play, and again, missed opportunity for the Bucks.
And it just seems that Yankton's receivers also haven't really been able to find themselves open. Tyler Solar quite a few times, and Gilmore on the kind of those quick outs. But anything downfield, is it more Aberdeen, or is just Yankton not able to get open?
Yeah, I think some of it's, Rugby's not getting enough time sometimes, but they're doing a pretty good job of keeping everything underneath. So,
well, it's South Frank brought down behind the line with Rainer Roygan on the tackle, Lucas Kampshoff. Yep. And that's one thing Kampshoff has excelled at this season. He was obviously, he's backup quarterback and, always through the offseason in a battle for that position. Yeah. But I'm glad they were able to find a position for him because he's such an athlete on this field, kind of that hybrid safety. He's able to get in the backfield. He's very quick.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. I still remember the first game at Mitchell where he made his first tackle shooting through there. So, yeah, he's done a good job. He's an athlete, and sometimes you just got to get athletes on the field.
And carry up the middle for Aberdeen, slow down right at the 30-yard line. Maybe a gain of half a yard. And that will bring up third and enough.
Yeah.
Third and 14.
Actually, defense has done their job here the last couple of possessions. And just that time keeps kicking down, so.
This is becoming this will be quite a feat if Yankton's able to climb out. But, game's not over and things happen. But Yankton just needs to move the ball more effectively now. And, it's the first cold weather game. But I think this is kind of the first big cold weather game for Aberdeen as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I know from growing up in the area that's colder up in Aberdeen, but not that much colder.
Yeah, right.
So, all right, we have a timeout on the field brought to you by Hedro. When it's time for a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 1 minute.
It's the season of getting cozy. The season of warm apple ciders and sweet pumpkin pies. Before it's gone, be sure to get in the car, rev up that engine, put your pedal to the metal, and burn rubber before heading straight to the games. Fall sports are back, and First Dakota is sitting right up front with you on this adrenaline roller coaster. Raise your hands with every game-saving point, shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime, and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
You may not think of the flu as a serious disease, but complications can lead to severe illness, hospitalization, even death. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends everyone over the age of 6 months get a flu vaccine every year. Yankton Medical Clinic is offering flu shots by appointment only. Call today to schedule your flu shot or visit yanktonmedicalclinic.com/flu to learn more. Protect yourself and your loved ones this flu season. Get your flu shot today. So much care, so close to home.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 102.1 and AM 1450.
And right as we come back from a break, Aberdeen will put more points up on the board. And that was South Frank, a giant toss from Hermanson to South Frank down the far side of the field. And Golden Eagles have just put a dagger into a Yankton here at Crane Youngworth, now leading 28-7 with 6:06 remaining.
Yeah, it's he just pounded the rock and then all of a sudden surprised us. We had a little bit of mix-up on our coverage and just able to score a touchdown.
And low snap, but a nice hold, and the extra point is good. 29-7 Aberdeen, 6:06 to go in the fourth. We'll be back in 1 minute.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
On to kick for the Golden Eagles, number 2.
And we just watched it back, Jason. That was just a rough play by Yankton secondary on that touchdown pass from Aberdeen. Also want to welcome in the Aberdeen audience from KNBZ, simulcasting on that station, Sunny 97.7. And sorry we were coming back from break during that touchdown. I apologize, but, 29-7. That was a squib kick to Yankton. Goebel to return. Cuts to the middle of the field. Has some room on the near side. And try to scurry forward, but brought down hard at the 27-yard line, maybe the 28. And that's where Yankton will take over. And, it's never over until the clock is all zero, Jason. But, it's going to be a difficult climb for Yankton. But if they have a chance, they just need quick strike touchdown here.
Yeah, they got to get to the point where looks like right now in this, they're almost playing a little quarters coverage where they got
almost going to give us yards.
Yeah. They got two Stacy's over top, and their 4 linebackers are playing 7 yards back. So they're just going to let us dink and dunk and nothing over top. So
because they know it will take up time.
Yeah.
And so it's fresh side downs for Yankton there, 1st and 10. Tyler Solar gets the reception on the near side. Rugby Riken, another toss out to Tucker Gilmore. He's at the 45, and he will be given forward progress right at the 45.
Tucker Gilmore.
And that'll be 2nd and 5 now for Yankton. Yeah, one thing I'm sure our wide receivers probably should know this, but they probably should run out of bounds. And those guys are all underneath it. They're going to collapse and try to save as much clock as possible.
And Austin Goebel gets kind of that push pass sweep, if you will, down by Rugby and is launched, I want to say, or catapulted about 5 yards back. He even lost his hand warmer. And so that will bring Yankton back some yards. It'll be 3rd and 11 now.
Yeah, it's tried a little jet sweep, and Aberdeen really read it and defended it well for loss of yardage.
And Rugby takes a snap, rolls out to his left. He's looking downfield. He's looking for Tyler Solar, and pass would have been intercepted if the defender was inbounds. And on that breakup was Aiden Hyman, the 5'11 senior for the Golden Eagles.
We got a holding penalty on Yankton. Pretty much right in front of the officials.
So that'll bring Yankton back. And it is 4th and 11 now for the Bucks.
I'm assuming they're moving it back. Officials are trying to, they're going to decline it.
Were they just going to move forward with the game without talking about this penalty?
The officials don't move from their sidelines or even.
Well, you and I kind of, we didn't even look at each other, but I could tell the peripherals were both like, are they going to address this or not? All right, so they declined at 4th and 11 now for Yankton. 4:52 to go in the 4th. 29-7 lead for Aberdeen. Rugby back to pass. Scrambles out to his right. He needs to be looking downfield. He does, and it is brought in by Matthew Sheldon. What a grab by Matthew Sheldon. And a nice pass by Rugby.
Yeah, nice 20-yard gain there. Keep the sticks going.
So 1st and 10 for Yankton on the Aberdeen 41-yard line. And Yankton needs to get this tempo moving here. And Rugby takes a snap. Again, looking to pass, looking downfield, rolls up to his left, avoids catastrophe with a Aberdeen lineman, and lunges forward at about the Aberdeen 31-yard line. That might be enough for another first down. Or just short.
Yeah, it should be a first.
Oh, they're going to say, okay, they're going to move him. Okay.
Yeah. Say the linesman was standing right on the 31.
Get your index card. Fresh set of downs for Yankton. Trips receivers to the right. Rugby now rolls to his right. And tossed down to the middle of the field. It is brought in by Cody Oswald. Tough reception right in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Takes about 3 different hits from 8 directions. And that will be now 2nd and about 4 for Yankton.
Yeah, Aberdeen's defense is doing exactly what they want, just keeping everything in front.
Rugby takes the snap. And Yankton's going to have a penalty. Rugby loses the ball on the near side of the field. It is recovered by Matthew Sheldon. But we have a holding going on Yankton. We had a Yankton buck just camping on top of a Golden Eagle.
It's definitely a late flag. He was sitting on top of him. You know, they're taught to have those pancake blocks, but obviously you're not supposed to tackle them either. So.
And that pancake went stale. That was a long time on top of that.
It was.
The fact that I'm checking my watch, like, oh boy. They'll back up Yankton. So 3:49 to go in the fourth. This fourth quarter brought to you by MT&RC Smith Insurance and Vision Care. Stick around for our Yankton Rexall post-game show. Won't have live stats for you as our stat method is not here tonight, but still we'll talk a lot about this game. Rugby takes the snap. He is looking downfield and is brought down by 2 different Aberdeen defenders at the Aberdeen 36-yard line. As the clock keeps ticking away, Yankton just wants to get on the board here. Another score.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a little momentum here, and just even if we're not going to come out victorious, it'd be nice to end on something positive.
Yankton, Rugby Riken now rolls out and throws the ball away, gets out of danger. That will bring up 4th and 15 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, when you start to get one-dimensional, it gets to be hard to do anything on offense on a consistent basis.
Let's see if Trevor Paulson can help how big of a field goal he can get.
That's right.
4 receivers to the right. Cody Oswald on the near side. Rugby Riken goes back to a pass. Deep pass to Cody Oswald, but kind of fluttering in the sky through Oswald's fingertips. And goes incomplete. The turnover and downs by Yankton, and Aberdeen will come up and mop this thing up.
Yeah, it's a good effort there. Tough throw. But they had 2 guys over Cody, and probably wasn't going to – he'd have to kind of jump over 2 of them to make that catch. So
3:06 to go here in the fourth. Aberdeen, the way they run their offense, and I'm not even joking, maybe, I don't know, like 7 plays?
Yeah. Yeah.
If they just keep moving, if they move the chains once, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I'd say 1 first down probably, especially if Yankton decides to take their 3 timeouts.
You know, they take about 20 seconds per play, so. And quick handoff, going out to the left hash marks, and gain of a few on the play. Charlie Foot in on the tackle for Yankton. Yankton will take a timeout. And timeouts again brought to you by Hedro in Yankton. We'll step aside and back in 30 seconds.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
And welcome back to Crane Youngworth Field. Bryce Ladwig alongside Jason Nelson, our guest analyst. And Jason, you know, we'll talk again in the postgame, but again, I want to say I appreciate you coming in and joining us.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, I got to do this one other time with Scott, and but you know, and I know these kids a little bit more now, so it makes it a little easier. So.
Yep. There you go. And under center, Hermanson. Music still going. There they got the music. And hand off to, I believe that's Saul Frank on the far side. Will he be kept in bounds? He will. And Yankton says they have the ball, but that may have been a late rip out of the hands of the carrier. And officials.
Timeout. Yankton.
I think Coach Muth was hoping he got a fumble recovery out of that, but
the runner's been down for like 10 seconds. It gets ripped up. No, but that is, like you said, another timeout. Let's go ahead and keep it here. And 2:50 to go in the fourth. 29-7 lead for Aberdeen. They'll pretty much wrap it up. And, I will just openly say that these last few games from Yankton just have not been very... They just haven't really been able to put all elements of the game together.
Yeah, they not very clean, and to be good and to get where you need to be, you got to be clean, and I think that's it's for any team, and we're just haven't been clean enough to come out on top. So
I have a score update for you. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 4 minutes left in the first. Pierre is up 28-24 on TET with the ball. Oh man. During our post-game break, somebody watching that game.
Right.
I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
You know what? Actually, I have a point on this, but we'll wait a second here. Aberdeen under center, Hermanson, and it's a toss out to Sal Frank. Sal Frank is brought down
Number 6,
hard by Rainer Roig.
Brought down by Rainer Roig.
And that is at the Aberdeen 46-yard line. Enough for an Aberdeen first down. Let's keep moving the clock. And the chains. So if T is able to upset Pure, kind of does still work in our favor then. If, obviously everything goes the way it probably should mathematically, and Aberdeen takes that third spot, Yankton drops to 4.
Right.
And it all still has that wild card in Brookings.
Yep.
But Yankton has a tiebreaker of Brookings, but if the seed points don't line up, obviously.
Yeah.
But that game really could end up being a huge deal for Yankton if T can pull that off.
Yeah. So we want to become T fans here.
Yeah. Go Titans tonight. Yeah. So 2-10. Only tonight, though.
That's right. That's right.
Hand off up the middle. And slowed down by Yankton. Gain of a yard or two.
Brought down by Cam.
Though it's almost playoff time when you start watching other games during the broadcast. You're like, oh, what's going on over here?
Yeah. It's it always becomes a numbers game, or it's a thing like that. It doesn't matter what sport you're in. You're always trying to see out where you're going to end up.
Well, whoever invented seed points in the standings is both a genius and extremely evil.
Yeah, right.
Because I can't do that math. I've looked at the formula before.
Yeah.
You can find it.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah, I'm sure not. You told me you weren't a math guy earlier.
No,
so.
especially when you're a C- math student like yours truly. 29-7 Aberdeen with the lead. Minute 28 to go in the fourth. Aberdeen 2nd and 8. Quick toss out to Sarda. Sarda tries to break some tackles, gets to the outside, and is brought down in Yankton territory at the Yankton 48-yard line.
Yeah, we got Trenton Jerky there, just got into the game this last series, making that tackle there.
His name's been coming up more and more in the last few games.
Yeah, he's, JV, he's played quite a bit. He's a good little player. I think he'll surprise some people next year.
Well, looking forward to it. And that's the thing about this depth. The Yankton's JV players have already started. I guess it happens every year, but about midway through the season, their names start to come up a little bit more, whether it's injuries or just they're earning time at the JV level.
Yeah, that JV roster is always it's always interesting because it's always something different all the time. But they have some good young talent and should be okay for years to come.
And another run to the outside, and that will do it as the play clock will exceed the game clock. Your final here from Crane at Youngworth Field. Aberdeen 29, Yankton 7. The Golden Eagles come into Crane, and for lack of a better term, kind of punched Yankton in the mouth here.
Yeah, they did. They kind of just do what they do, and we weren't able to respond, and it's not the outcome that the Bucks wanted, but...
That's the outcome we have here tonight. Yankton drops to 4-4. Aberdeen improves to 5-4 on the season. We have our Yankton Rexall postgame show around the corner. We'll be back after this break.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
And welcome to the Yankton Rexall postgame shows. Bryce Ladwig alongside Jason Nelson, and score update in Pierre. Pierre is now leading 35-24. Minute 52 left in the game out in the state capitol. I thought the Titans were going to help out the Yankton Bucks, but looks like Pierre is still the number one team.
Wishful thinking, but yeah, Pierre's a good team. Obviously, their quarterback's really good, and it's. Someday they'll get knocked off. So
someday, but it might be a little bit that the way they're playing, they might be the back-to-back 11 state champs. But there's still some time in the season left, and a lot of teams that want that title as well. So, but let's stop talking about Pierre. Talk about the Yankton Bucks. Not as happy of a note for Yankton here tonight. 29-7 loss. Aberdeen just really came in here, did what they wanted to do, as you had mentioned earlier, and Yankton's didn't really do themselves any favors. Penalties, lack of execution in certain spots, and obviously biggest Yankton fans here in the booth, but it's just one of those things where these last few games, there is just something, this team just needs to take a deep breath.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I think, you look at a situation where, they did have some good things. They had some positive things go, but again, the mistakes kind of seem like they just compile, and unfortunately now we can't really be scoreboard watchers. We got to get in the situation or just control what you control, and come out next Friday or next Thursday actually, and just clean some things up and start going in the right direction.
Yeah, and the last thing that Yankton can do, and I'm not saying they have, but, it would be ever natural, is to overlook someone like Huron. A team that hasn't had a lot of success this season. But, what else has happened? Huron has come in here in the past, in recent years, and has broken that, 24 years in a row that Yankton has beaten Huron and beat Yankton. So Yankton, as you said, just needs to look at their next opponent, not even look at the playoffs yet. Beat Huron. The cards will fall however they will.
Yep.
And it looks like, as of now, yes, Yankton will be traveling back to Pierre, but a lot of different variables will go into it. Now, Yankton's played there before. It's going to be cold.
Yep.
And we'll be on a scissor lift, Braden. For those who don't understand that reference, I don't want to get into it. Anyway, so 29-7 your final score here on the Yankton Rexall postgame show. We'll take a quick break, come back, and hopefully have a coach postgame interview for you here from Crane Youngworth Field.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MTNRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
29-7, Aberdeen Central over the Yankton Bucks. Yankton now 4-4 on the season. Before we get a coach up here, Jason Nelson, again, I want to say thanks for joining us, and always ready in a pinch, and appreciate it. How'd you like calling the game tonight? You said, you've done it in the past with Scott Kustra.
Yeah, I did. It is good. This is, I did it probably more than a couple years ago, but yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it's easier sometimes when you kind of know everybody on the field. But I've had a little experience talking on the radio, being at Mount Marty and post-game stuff, so it gets a little bit easier as you start doing more and more of that. But yeah, it was fun. I appreciate you guys having me, and it was I'd love to do it again if you ever get in a pinch.
Absolutely, especially if Braden keeps making me mad, as he sits here innocently. No. But, again, thanks for joining us. You did a great job. And hopefully Yankton, we'll see you in the stands, obviously, for sure. So make sure you're always waving.
Yeah,
and every big play, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Well,
I do appreciate it. So,
all right. We'll be back in 1 minute with our post-game coach interview. I'm Bryce Ladwig, and for Jason Nelson, again, thanks to him, we'll be back in 1 minute.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
And welcome back to the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Let's get into our post-game coach interview brought to you by Rhonda Westland, State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland, State Farm. Being joined by Coach Brandon Colpitts. Coach, obviously that just wasn't a good game. It's just kind of one of those things from the start. Things didn't seem to really click on any of the facets, really. And overall, was it just a matter of just trying to regain ground most of the game?
Yeah, credit to Aberdeen Central. I thought they had a good game plan. They've got good athletes. Obviously, you could tell, they ran the ball hard.
Sarda's a good runner.
He's a good runner. And number 6, couldn't tell you his name, but he's a speedster. So credit to those guys. And, like you said, they kicked our butt in every facet of the game. I don't think any of us as coaches or players can come out of that game, thinking that we all did our job. I mean, there's a lot that we're going to have to evaluate, and it's going to happen. It's going to have to happen fast because, next week we're on a short week with a game on Thursday, and so tomorrow we start preparation for Huron. But it's a tough one.
Yeah, and a short week as Huron will be on a Thursday night, and you never know with these 11 AA teams, any team can come in and beat anyone. So. Who always knows. So I always ask you guys in the coach's corner the next morning, but I guess I'll just ask you tonight. But how fast do you have to kind of put this one away, or is this one of those games that you actually kind of use throughout the week to kind of for learning lessons? We gotta put this away by tomorrow morning, and that's unfortunate, because there's a lot that we can learn from this game. We're just gonna have to take the big things and learn from it and start preparing for Huron, just because, tomorrow's kind of our Monday. With the shortened week, and we just got to start getting ready. What's nice is you kind of get Sunday for the guys to watch film and learn from this game a little bit more. But it definitely breaks up the amount of time you can actually digest this. Well, all the more in-depth questions, that's always something we have to get into in the Coach's Corner. So make sure you tune in tomorrow morning, 9:05 a.m. Coach's Corner on KYNT and KYNTV. Sit down with the coaches, have some Pizza Ranch pizza. Ask the good and bad questions, but I guess I'll use the rest of this post-game interview to look at a positive note. Tyler Soler becomes the Yankton High School all-time receiving number 1 in the all-time receiving yards list. And why don't you take a moment and just talk about his career to this point, just from being a freshman all the way to now. He's just steadily climbed those ranks. Yeah, that's incredible. And the great part about that stat is you wouldn't know it being around Tyler because he's such a team-first guy. And that's what you want out of a great high school football player, is someone that's thinking about just doing their job to help the team, not doing their job so that I can break all these records and get all these stats. But congratulations to him, because people that come and watch the game, they get to enjoy the experience for a couple hours, but as coaches we get to enjoy it all year long when we're seeing these kids put in work. And Tyler's been doing that ever since he was a little kid. Just on his own. He's always had a passion and love for the game. If he wasn't out doing footwork drills, he was catching a ball in his living room. And it's a credit just to the individual, the character that he has. And I'm proud of him, and I'm excited that he's still on our team for a couple more games here to continue to watch him develop and grow as a person. We grow in the winter beard. Is that what we're doing? I am growing a beard. You never know what you're going to talk with me about, do you? No. Yeah, there's been a lot of comments about the beard. Hey, I like it. No, but tough break tonight, Coach. But we'll talk to you more in depth about it tomorrow morning. Let it settle in for the night. But appreciate you taking the time. Yeah, thank you, Bryce. Go Bucks. That was Coach Brandon Colpitts. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap things up here on the Yankton Rexall postgame show.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12-packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, talking about sweepstakes scams. We all want to receive that call that says we've won a sweepstakes, and scammers know this. If you receive a call or an email saying you've won, but you need to pay taxes by placing money on a gift card or by mailing cash, it's a scam. It is illegal to ask for funds up front for taxes, tariffs, or customs. If you've been victimized by this scam, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Vote by absentee now or on November 8th for Gene Hunoff, State Senate, District 18.
When the game is on the line, you want your most experienced players on the field, right? I'm Gene Hunoff. Like football, experience is very important in the South Dakota Senate. We have a lot of issues to work on next January, like the impact of inflation on local economic development, Second Amendment rights, Medicaid, and value-added agriculture. Keep me in the game. Vote Gene Hunoff.
Paid for by Gene Hunoff for Senate.
It's the season of getting cozy, the season of warm apple ciders and sweet pumpkin pies. Before it's gone, be sure to get in the car, rev up that engine, put your pedal to the metal, and burn rubber before heading straight to the games. Fall sports are back, and First Dakota is sitting right up front with you on this adrenaline roller coaster. Raise your hands with every game-saving point, shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime, and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
You may not think of the flu as a serious disease, but complications can lead to severe illness, hospitalization, even death. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends everyone over the age of 6 months get a flu vaccine every year. Yankton Medical Clinic is offering flu shots by appointment only. Call today to schedule your flu shot or visit yanktonmedicalclinic.com/flu to learn more. Protect yourself and your loved ones this flu season. Get your flu shot today. So much care, so close to home.
And we'll bring Braden Butler in on the post game for the rest of it. Thanks to Coach Colpitz for joining us for the post game coach interview. And it was a rough one tonight, for Yankton, Braden. But they just had to focus on Huron, as Coach Colpitz just said as he was leaving the press box.
Yeah, it's you got to turn that attention to next week. I know we spent a long time talking on the broadcast about, where a 3 seed would set up Yankton for maybe the playoffs compared to a 4 seed, the path they would have to a potential run to the Dome. But I think Coach said a good job about it, and I think it's time just to mentally reset as well. You got to take care of the business in front of you. That starts with Huron next week, and then a potential first-round matchup with whoever gets matched up with it after Huron.
One score for Yankton in this game. It's our highlight of the game. I'll give Aaron, I didn't really give him a lot of heads up. About to play our one highlight of the game. It was from Rugby Riken to Cody Oswald. A really nice pass in that far pylon. Yeah. Well, third goal, ball in the 11, toss to the corner to Cody Oswald, and he brings it in! Cody Oswald reaches toward the skies in coverage and brings it in on the back pylon. You can put 6 up on the board. That really was the only highlight for Yankton in this game. Just really rough waters they were treading, and now just looking forward to Huron. But let's put a bow on this one. Our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians. Your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. I'm going to give it to Lucas Kampshoff. He had some tackles in the backfield. Nice job from that hybrid position. Some really big moments where the momentum could have turned for Yankton. Unfortunately, obviously, still went Aberdeen's way, but he really stepped up. Offensive player of the game, brought to you by Hy-Vee. It was a helpful smile in every aisle. Welcome back, Gavin Swanson. He got slowed up in the second half, Braden, a little bit. But, a lot of that is just, your line's getting tired, and that line for Aberdeen, both offensively and defensively, was bigger and very athletic. But that first half, Gavin Swanson wasted no time. It looked like he was just kind of perfect season for him.
He looked like the Gavin Swanson of old, the one we saw going into the game against Pierre when he picked up that injury. Not only did the offensive line start to get tired in the second half, you could kind of see it with Swanson when he was on the sideline too. It's tough to miss 4 or 5 weeks of a season in practices and cardio and then just go out there and go full speed, full tilt, give it 110% like Gavin Swanson will. There is no off switch on that man when he's on the field. But it's tough to do that, and I think that caught up to him a little bit. And just in general in the second half, we didn't see him much because Yankton was down. They had to try throwing the ball, and it just seemed like the Aberdeen Central defense was able to drop players in coverage once the Yankton offense became one-dimensional, and it further shut them down in the second half.
Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Doors, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential, commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Doors, your local authorized dealer. Harrisburg beat Brookings 41-7. Pierre. Wow, really almost just threw a bunch of people through.
People are on an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah,
right
people
now.
are on an emotional. My bad. Pierre over T, 35-30. And a close game there, but Pierre prevails. Watertown over Spearfish, 26-7. And that's a big victory for Watertown over a higher-ranked Spearfish squad. But good job for Watertown. Mitchell over Huron, 21-14. That was a close game. Of course, ours, 29-7. Aberdeen over Yankton. And Sturgis over Douglas, 20-0. And go ahead and check on Vermilion. Vermilion beat Madison 28-20 at the Dakota Dome. Congratulations to them. And we had, of course, Bonham football on our Riverfront Sports airwaves. And Gregory defeated Bonham 23-12. And then I'll see if I can find Gayville Vollen here. Burke defeated Gayville Vollen 33-22. That is your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door. And we didn't really get to talk about, I didn't get to the block of the game today, but I guess that would be from one of the big runs for Gavin Swanson, brought to you by H&R Block, open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. And we didn't have a field goal here today for Yankton, but for every field goal made this season, Cortris Bank will donate $33 to the Yankton Booster Club. And, Brayden, any closing thoughts?
There's stuff you can work on going forward. I like what Coach said. You got to just kind of shake this one off by tomorrow morning. You got to start working on that short week to Huron. There's obviously improvements that can be made. We saw early in the season how good this Yankton Bucks team can be, playing close with a team like T and just playing tough and winning the first 3 games of the season. We know what this team can be. Now it's a matter of getting back to that after stumbling for the last few weeks.
And so focus on Huron. That is next broadcast Thursday, right here from Crane Youngworth Field. Luckily, it's at home. Take care of business to see how the cards lay out for the playoffs and where Yankton will be going. Probably Pierre, if they defeat their first round. I really don't want to talk ourselves into a hole where, get upset the first. Like, we have to take care of business against Huron, and then whoever our first round opponent is here at Crane Youngworth. We are going to have a home opponent for the first round, and then if we're lucky enough to make it to the semifinal round, it is looking like that would be Pierre at this point.
And upsets happen all the time in the playoffs. I'm not gonna go out there and stand on my soapbox and preach and predict that Pierre's gonna fall in round 1 or anything. But I'm saying that things happen. Things could get crazy. That's the point of the playoffs. It's winning you're in, losing you're out. But as of right now, that's how things are kind of lining up and shaking up. But you got to take care of business if you're Yankton. You got to take care of Huron next week, and you got to take care of whoever you find in the first round.
And for those wondering who the squeaky voice is on KYNT, it is Bryce Ladwig. And
I hope you're back to 100% by Thursday for Huron.
Brayden, me too. Me too. I am also hoping for this, yes. No, but I'm lucky that my voice is where it's at right now. Obviously, for those kind of behind the scenes, didn't get to talk at all on Saturday about it because, well, I couldn't talk.
It was you were whispering to Josh and myself in the truck ride on the way up there. For those who maybe thought early in the game my color commentary was a little discombobulated, it was kind of because we were dropped with that about half an hour before the game started. Bryce realized his voice was not getting better. It was, in fact, getting worse somehow. And, things went downhill. But I think we recovered and rallied very well. And glad you're getting back to 100%, being the voice of the Bucks.
No, I appreciate it. And thanks to Jason Nelson for stepping in as color commentary tonight. He did an excellent job. Always appreciate his time, and it was really nice having him in the booth. And thanks to Braden Butler, you're obviously our camera operator and producer on site here today. So I appreciate all your efforts. For Aaron, our studio producer, thank you for everything you did tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors and our listeners and viewers, and for those listening and or watching from KNBZ Aberdeen, sunny 97.7. I wish it was a little more sunny here today, but I always appreciate everyone dropping in. Not the way the Yankton Bucks wanted it to go, but the final, again, 29-7, Aberdeen Central over Yankton. I'm Bryce Ladwig. Have a great rest of your weekend. This has been Yankton Bucks football on KYNTV.
Thank you for listening to KYNC or watching on